Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. We are sponsored by Just Eat today, so if you are going to get your takeaway, did somebody say Just Eat? It's the Manchester Derby, it's Manchester United versus Manchester City. We've got giveaways, we've got loads going on, and it's a massive game for Manchester United, and that is the priority. Liverpool look like they're going to win the league, they're 3-0 up. Mourinho's bounced back. He's winning 4-0 against Burnley, and United, with Chelsea losing today, we need to go and get 3 points today. If you want to get your takeaway during the show, the link's in the video description for that. We are going to be doing some quizzes as well, where you can get discount codes as well. I've got mine coming at half time. We'll be talking about that in a little bit, but the team news for Manchester United should be coming in any second now. Let me just have a quick look if we can get that for you. I'm not convinced that the team that I've got up there will be the correct team for Manchester United, but we're live, and the Manchester United team is in, and it's De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, McTominay, Fred, Lingard, Rashford, Marcial and James. So it's one change. Mason Greenwood drops to the bench and Anthony Marcial does start in this game, which is what many people actually predicted would be the case. So that's good news for Manchester United. We've just got to make a quick change to the starting lineup there. So Marcial comes in and Greenwood drops out, which is actually right. We've got no. We've got Pereira wrong. I presume we've got Pereira wrong. He says. I think we've got Pereira wrong. 2 changes and Luke Shaw comes in as well. So actually we've got 2 changes there. Luke Shaw plays and Jesse Lingard plays. So thank you for the clarity on that. I didn't expect Luke Shaw to play. That's a very nice surprise as well, because I didn't want to see Ashley Young playing. And to be honest with you, in the grand scheme of things, I'm relatively happy with that Manchester United side. And I will change it for you on screen now. No place for Paul Pogba, as we knew that would be the case. There was never any chance of him starting today. But we do get Luke Shaw and we do get Jesse Lingard starting, which, you know what, probably deserved from these performances in the week. And Luke Shaw coming in is interesting. So I'm not opposed to any of that. I'm not opposed to it. Don't know what your thoughts are, but anyway, anyone. Gremlins in the system when we are live. Okay, so we're happy with Anthony Marcial starting. This is a whistle. It's a Just Eat giveaway whistle, because we have got some giveaways to do. I will be ordering in mine very, very soon. But let's talk about this Manchester United news first of all. Their team. We're having a go, says Daniel Turner. We are having a go. That's what we're here to do. We're here to have a go, people. We're going to have a go. And just while we're talking about having a go, Man City's team, Ederson, Walker, Stones, Fernandinho, Angelino, De Bruyne, Rodri, Silva, Gabriel Jesus and Sterling. So Mahrez is not starting. He's on the bench. They've gone with Kyle Walker at the back. They've got Stones and Fernandinho at the back. They've got De Bruyne, Rodri and Silva in the midfield, and Bernardo Silva, Jesus and Sterling up front. The bench is Foden, Otamendi, Cancelo, Mahrez, Mendy and Gundogan. And our bench is Mata, Pereira, Young, Romero, Greenwood, Twanse. It's a crap bench. And I don't say that in the way that, Twansebi and Williams are young players and so is Greenwood. But Young, Pereira and Mata. There's not a lot. I mean, again, we've got 2 left-backs on the bench. which I do find odd about Manchester United at the moment in relation to that. So yeah, it is interesting with regards to that. But I'm happy with the team. I hope you do. Wow, Ollie is going on the offensive. Pretty attacking team. I don't think it means we're going on the. I don't think it means that we're going on the attack, to be honest with you. I think that Manchester United, I mean, Spurs are winning 5-0 now. I think that Manchester United will do what they've been doing all season, and they will try and hit teams on the break. I don't know whether any of you lot watched Chelsea versus Everton at lunchtime, but Everton had like 30% possession and won 3-1, and I think that's what Manchester United need to do. Manes says that we've got no Greenwood. We haven't got Greenwood. That's very, very correct. But we have got Marcial back fit. So that's very good. Liverpool are winning 3-0 as well. Liverpool are going to win the title anyway. So anybody who's got a problem with us beating Man City today, I would say chill out, because Liverpool are going to win the title anyway. Obviously, it helps Liverpool if we beat Man City, but Liverpool will win the title anyway. And I really do firmly believe that. Okay, so how are we feeling? I think that Manchester United are going to get a draw out of this game. Do you think James is better on the left or the right? He's better off the left. Just think Raheem Sterling is up against Wan-Bissaka. My Insta official is official_Kane. Wan-Bissaka against Sterling is going to be very interesting, Kane Harris, and his Insta is official_Kane. Shaw is great, says Amos. I'm a big fan of Luke Shaw. I'm a big fan of Luke Shaw. And it's Derby Day, says Corey Kevin. It is Derby Day. And I just wanted to say as well, we will be feeding this in today. Quite literally, that's a very good line. We are sponsored by Just Eat today on this stream, which is absolutely fantastic. I've been using Just Eat for years, legit. I've got my order coming in around half time. You'll be seeing me eating that. Get your order in now. The link is in the video description with Just Eat. You can order in your food for this Saturday takeaway derby. We're all going to give out some codes for you as well. Maybe you're not on Just Eat yet, but we can give you some codes as well with some of the questions we're going to be answering. To answer our questions, we can't do the giveaways through YouTube because it's a pain in the backside. So we will be doing them off Instagram, off Facebook, and off Twitter. You can follow our Twitter accounts there. You can follow the Just Eat accounts on there as well. They're all tagged up. If you are replying to our questions, this is not for people on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram to know what the quiz questions are. It's exclusive to YouTube. We will be giving questions out, but what we want you to do is put your answers into our either Twitter page or our Facebook page or our Instagram page, and those you reply to the posts that are the ones that say we're live doing the watch along, and we will go and check them out there. So as soon as I blow a whistle, we'll be doing a quiz, and that will be through Just Eat, who are sponsoring us today. I'm ordering a Chinese. That's my favourite takeaway. I don't know what yours is. We will be doing our first question giveaway in a moment. But out of interest, while you're getting into the live comments as well, if we win, we've got a top 4 chance, says LM Studio 1. We definitely do. If my maths are correct, we are currently 8 points behind Chelsea in 4th place. If we win, we're 5 points behind them. We've got to take that opportunity today. This game is a game of bounce. This is about bouncing back. But it's not about bouncing back because we didn't lose. Mourinho's bounced back after getting beat by us midweek, and they've bounced back big. They're winning 5-0. But Manchester United, we've got to continue the bounce. We got the bounce on Wednesday. We can't drop to the ground like a rock. We've got to keep bouncing high. This is a massive opportunity today. Wolves have been to Man City. Norwich have beaten Man City. Wolves beat Man City at Man City. They drew last week to Newcastle. This is a Manchester derby. It is a great leveller. We've got to go and win this game. And that is probably our best team apart from Paul Pogba. You look at that team on the left. I think that's United's best team. You can argue for 1 or 2 players, but I think that's our best team apart from Paul Pogba. We can't just not win a game because of Paul Pogba. Mark, I think our front 3 on the counter against Stones and Fernandinho is going to be very interesting, given that City like to commit many tactical fouls. And if we can find the same passion and drive we had against Spurs, we can get something out of this game. Nano Atua. Yeah, this has got to be the start of something. I'm happy to buy into United's vision if we start showing a vision. And today it has to be a start of something. United plus 807 underdogs, heavy underdogs, says Bryce Jones. Well, we'll talk about underdogs in a minute because I think you're going to like our first question. Shall we do our first Just Eat giveaway then? So, did somebody say Just Eat? We've got our first question then, and let me just tell you, I have to double check this, what the code for this one is. So, This question is for... Which question shall we go with? I'm going to go with question... Okay, we can give you a 10% discount on this question then. And this is... Remember, you've got to reply on Twitter to our most recent post, which is the live stream post, or on Facebook, or on Instagram, which we've just put the post up on there as well. Reply on there with the answer, and then we can DM you with the code. So the first question is going to be, who was Manchester United's Player of the Month the last time United played Manchester City at the Etihad? And I'm going to give you a little bit of a clue here. Who was Manchester United's Player of the Month the last time United played City, which was April 2019? Get onto our Twitter post, get onto our Facebook post, get onto our Instagram post, reply with the answer, and we'll be giving you a 10% discount code, which you can use on the link in the video description for Just Eat if you are chosen as the winner. So get involved in that. We've got plenty of these questions to do as well. And of course, you can order your takeaway and have one with Goldbridge. I've ordered mine. I'm going for a Chinese. What's your favourite? Link is in the video description with that. I can see a few people are answering already, and I can tell you that a lot of people are getting the question wrong. But remember, I can't pick the winner off here because I can't DM you with the code on here. I've got to be able to do it on Instagram, Facebook or Twitter, which we've got the links to in the video description. And just go and do it on our latest post, and we will go and pick a winner off that. So, are we feeling confident, everybody, about a Manchester United win today? Look, I tell you what, it's a very weird day today. Liverpool just running away with the title makes me want to throw up. But Chelsea have dropped points. There is an opportunity to fight for fourth. I said before we beat Tottenham that I still think Spurs have got a better chance of top four than us. But we can be above Spurs, and that's got to be the aim. Today cannot be about excuses and dropping more points. We've dropped too many points this season. If we were to lose today, Abdul, you're on the right track. If we were to lose today, then that would be our 5th loss of the season. It's a weird season. I think how many games have we played in the league so far? Let's have a quick look. We've played 15 games, right? And we've got 21 points. Jose Mourinho had played 17 games and got sacked with 26 points. Ollie, if he loses today, cannot have as many points as Mourinho had last season when he got sacked. So, you know, you've got to be doing better than a manager that got sacked. And for Ollie to do that, he's got to beat Spurs, he's got to beat City, and he's got to beat Everton. And he'll have 27 points after 17 games. Mourinho had 26 points after 17 and got the sack, quite rightly. So there's so many reasons why United cannot lose today. We can't be stop-start. We've got to get some momentum. And to be honest with you, I don't like draws, but a draw today would be a good point. But we've got to go and start doing that. And Manchester United... have got to put themselves into that situation to do it. So I don't know what everybody's feeling about the game. I'm going to confidently go with a point. I think that's it's not the minimum we can get, but I think that's the realistic thing for Manchester United to get today. But we've got to expose Manchester City. We've got to get in at their back, and that's how we will get this game done. Pure and simple every time. And I can tell you that our first winner of the Just Eat code is it's Matthew Larney. I'm just about to drop him the message. Discount code bang. Well done, pal. Just sent him the code. It's at Matthew_Larney on Twitter. He got it right. The player to win Manchester United's Player of the Month, the last time we played Manchester City at the Etihad, which was April 2019, was Scott McTominay. So well done to Matthew Larney. You have won the first Just Eat discounts. Get your order in tonight, get your discount in. Go for what you want. And just on a quick one there as well, being as we are sponsored by Just Eat today, and it is a Saturday night takeaway, and hopefully the best takeaway of tonight is going to be Manchester United taking 3 points off Manchester City. Just a quick question in the live comments to keep it a bit foodie. What is your match day takeaway? If you were having a takeaway tonight, what would you go for? And people always ask me this when I'm doing That's Football and stuff, when it gets a bit quiet in a game. What's your favourite takeaway? And do you like Chinese or do you like Indian? And to me, Saturday night for me is always a Chinese or an Indian. That's what I go for. And it very much is dependent on the mood. Sometimes I just don't feel like a Chinese and I'm really into an Indian. And sometimes it's the other way. And tonight, I just want my spring rolls. I just want my prawn toast. I just want my beef chow mein. I want my prawn crackers. That's what I'm going for. Should be getting delivered around half time, but you can get yours in as well. Lots of people going fish and chips. Fish and chips is more of a Friday night thing to me. Pizza, I do like pizza, but Saturday night for me has always been an Indian or a Chinese or a Thai. You know, there's plenty of things you can go for. I like Madonna kebab meat and chips after a night out. After a Christmas party, that's quite good. But remember, we're sponsored by Just Eat today. Hopefully we'll be doing it more and more and more. So we've got lots of codes to give out. We've given our first one out to our winner there who got the McTominay question right. But if you want to get your takeaway for tonight, link in the video description. Get your order in and get it delivered whilst you're watching the match on the United Stand watch along. A lot of people going with Greek food, KFC, McDonald's, Chinese. Lots of people going with a chicken tikka masala Indian. You see, now I'm thinking about changing my mind, but I've already got my order in. Right, well, there we go. That's Manchester United's team. This is a massive game for Manchester United tonight. How are we feeling? Are we really... I just don't accept we got 5-0. Tottenham are beating Burnley 5-0. Liverpool are beating Bournemouth 3-0. Just running away with the title. But it is a massive game for Manchester United. I can't emphasise that enough. I think we all know that. We've got to go and get the points today. No messing about. I don't mean like we've got to go and get 3 points, but let's talk about City for a moment, because I think there is too much fear about Manchester City, and I say that with respect because they are double Premier League title winners. But we went there and we won 2-0. We went there and we beat them. We've beaten this Manchester City side. We beat them. What did we beat them by? 3-2 when they were trying to win the title in front of us. You know, we can beat this Manchester City side without any shadow of a doubt. And the thing about Manchester City is you've got to accept that we're going to give away possession today. They're going to have a lot of possession, and we've just got to be patient with that. But what we've got to do is we've got to be tight at the back and concentrate. We've got to be careful. Watch out for VAR. You know, watch out for Sterling and Jesus and David and Bernardo Silva. Watch out for them and the way that they might want to play this game and the way that they might want to, you know, get a little penalty here and there. Manchester United, what we've got to do today is be patient, hit them on the break. There will be plenty of space in behind. Absolutely loads of space in behind with Manchester City today. And if we can limit them, if we can get a clean sheet, I think we'll win the game. If we can limit them to a goal, or maybe 2, I think we can get a couple of goals against them. Defensively, they're terrified. You know, Ederson, this conversation that Ederson is better than De Gea. He's let in only 1 less goal than David De Gea this season. They're really bad at the back. And they're not, you know, when they click, yeah, they click. But they don't necessarily click all the time. I really don't think there's an excuse for Manchester United not to get a result today. This season has been 1 step forward, 2 steps back. We need to start moving forward. Loving Marcial starting and feel Rashford might deliver tonight, says Mr. Beast. Well, look, the fact that Marcial is back, the fact that Marcial is starting, I think that's a real positive for Manchester United. When I was in England, Indian, now that I'm in India, pizza, says Mojo, talking about his favourite takeaway. We are sponsored by Just Eat today, so get your orders in. The link is in the video description. Get your takeaway and eat while we're watching the derby. United, says Mohammed A. And Rashford's going to score, says Smokey123. It's funny he says that because I don't know what you lot think. If you if I give you 100 quid and say you've got to put a bet on the first goal scorer today, to me, even including the Man City players, I would say Rashford. Because if Aguero was playing, I'd say Aguero. But I don't actually rate Jesus that much. I think he's good. I think he's the Brazilian Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson's quite good. But I don't think he's that great. I don't think he's that great at all. And I really would rather... I think that we've got to go like a little bit better than that, if I'm honest with you. So, and I think Rashford is better than that. I do. But we'll see. We'll see. We could be setting ourselves up for a little bit of a fall. There's a few people in the live comments saying that. I agree. I think it could be that sort of a game. But I just don't feel that Manchester United can be dropping points in this game. I really don't. I think we've got to go much better. And I think that it's an opportunity. It's a huge, massive opportunity for Manchester United. And, you know, I'm glad to say that in the live comments there's not loads of people Ollie out. And I do want to ask that. I mean, how do you feel about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the moment? I think there's a very slim chance that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be sacked after this game. I really do. But I think that Spurs game bought him a lot of time. And, you know, I was told by a number of people that if we drew with Spurs and lost to City, he was probably going to be gone on Monday morning. Forget about losing to Spurs. So he was that close. It was that close. And I don't think it's going to happen now. But we don't want to bounce back down there. That's what I'm saying. We don't want to bounce back down there. Am I the only one who doesn't rate Maguire and hates the fact that he's captain? Says Boyle. And the Football 454 says, Mark, what do you think of this bet? Sterling and Rashford to score, Fred and Firmino to be carded, 450 to 1. Bloody hell. I'll tell you what I think about that. I think that's not a bad bet. I think that's not a bad bet at all. I don't. 450 to 1 for Fernandinho and Fred to get a card and Rashford and Sterling to score. I mean, that's quite handy if you put a tenner on that. But we're not promoting any of that anyway. We're not promoting any of that. But yeah, I'm excited about this, and it's flying by, which is good. Flying by as we approach kickoff, because I just want to get on with this game. I think you can talk a lot about a game of football, and I just want to get on with it. I want to see how we're going to approach it. I think, as I said, that's our best time. I mean, Lucas says he's got a strong feeling that Jesse Lingard's going to score. That's our best team apart from Paul Pogba. And I do fancy Manchester United to get a performance today. Yeah, Solihull Moors are losing 2-0. I know. It's devastatingly bad. That's all right. It's got something in that. What? Yeah, no. I'm very busy. I'm sorry.
But don't say yes.
But why are you talking to me when I'm live? Thanks for that. That's great, isn't it? Sorry about that. Bit of a domestic on air. But is Marcial starting and fit enough to play? Says Ruxo D. I'm only joking. We're not really having a domestic. I forgot to put the hot water on. We've all done it, and I do it a lot. But yes, so we've got. Yeah, I mean Marcial. I mean, I think Ollie's played a bit of a mind game there, hasn't he? Because Marcial is apparently not fit and couldn't play on Wednesday, but then he's fit to play today. So, and will he be able to play the full minute? Will he be able to play the full minutes? That's going to be very interesting to see. I hope so. I hope he's fit to play the full game, because we need Marcial playing in this game. We really do, and we need to get the best out of him. Hold on a minute. Do you think that Ollie will sell Paul in January? Says the Rager 13. No, I don't. I don't think Pogba's going anywhere. That's my takeaway. I'm live. I can't do anything about that. Mark calling up Ollie for a job. Well done. Mate, look, whatever anybody says about the United stand, pretty much apart from the graphics which Strawty does, I run it on myself. I produce it myself. So, you know, you can like it or lump it. That's the way it goes on this channel. That's the way it's always been. So when it's live, it's live. Right, should we do another giveaway? Because we are sponsored by Just Eat today, and we do have we've already done one. We've already done one giveaway, and we're going to do another. Well, we've got another few to do, to be fair with you, but we've done one question already, which was who was the Manchester United Player of the Month when we last played Manchester City at the Etihad. It was Scott McTominay. and we've already given out the discount code for somebody to order their Just Eat takeaway this Saturday night. They're probably ordering it right now. You can order yours. The link is in the video description. But if you want to get a bit of a discount on it as well, we're going to go with question 2 here, which is another 10% discount for you. And that is, what's the most ordered dish in the UK? This is not football related. Some of them are, but this is takeaway related. What is the most ordered dish in the UK? And the way you answer is you go to our Twitter, Facebook or Instagram and go to the post where we said Team News in, we're live, and just put the reply in there, because that way people on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram don't know the question. Only you people know the question. So when they see things like fish and chips or whatever, and that isn't the answer, they'll be like, why are people putting fish and chips on that post? So get onto the post, and I will go and find a winner very, very shortly. So we want to know what's the most ordered dish in the UK. Leave your reply on there. Unfortunately, we can't take it off Facebook because there's no way for me to quickly DM you with the code there. But I know a lot of people will reply anyway. Waiting to see what happens with Ollie is not a plan, says Archie Mazuru. The board has to have known who they wanted when Jose was sacked. Ollie was a stopgap. If the individual they have always wanted becomes available, go get him. Archie, that's a very good point, and nobody's ever really mentioned that. And I think it's absolutely superb as a point, that, because Manchester United, you look at most competent football clubs when they sack a manager should know what they want to do as a long-term plan. And yeah, look at Spurs. They sack Pochettino and they get one of the biggest names in football in within a couple of days. That's a plan. And there's plenty of examples of that as well. Even Watford, when they sacked Chico Flores, Nigel Pearson's brought in very, very quickly. When United sacked Mourinho, they had to have a plan. Unfortunately, this is the plan, and I know this. Manchester United's plan with Mourinho is, it's just not going anywhere, we need to sack him, which was the right plan. But their next plan was, let's get Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in to give us a bit of a boost as an interim while we look around at our options. And what happened is, they brought Ole in, he gave him a boost, and they stopped looking at their options because they were like, oh, he's cheap. We've absolutely struck gold here. And that's what they did. They sacked Mourinho with the intention of looking long term, but the interim manager turned their eye, and they never. So I don't think, if you're thinking, we wanted Poch, I don't think that is it. Anyway, thanks for that contribution, Mick01HD. And let's see if anybody's actually replied and got the question right that I've put out there. So the team news is the team news that is confirmed. It is, and we're looking at, we're 35 minutes away from kickoff, and Manchester United are playing Manchester City. And I tell you what, I do feel, and this is Luke Shaw's first start since August, by the way, I do think that Manchester United are going to win. No, I don't think Manchester United are going to win, but I do think Manchester United are not going to lose this game. And some might say that's a really brave thing to say, but I really just do not think we're going to lose this game. I think it's a season definer. I think if Wednesday night was deciding whether Ollie stayed in his job or got sacked, I think tonight is a definer about what we're going to do this season. Are we going to be this yo-yo mid-table club, or are we actually going to have a real proper go at building a club and trying to get back into that top 4 situation? That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm hoping to see from Manchester United today, because we do need to see some progress, and we do need to see Manchester United moving through the gears. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Didn't realise how poor City's defence looked, says Juan Alfredo. And what about Munis de Boer on loan in January, says Hannah Yusuf. Are you excited, Mark, says C Blacks. I'm very excited about Manchester United today, because these are the sort of games that I absolutely love. And I also... I just think that we've got an opportunity today that isn't normally available, and I think there's a lot of confidence around, and I think there's nowhere to go with it if we don't get a result, because all we can say is we didn't have Paul Pogba. That for me is United's best team, and I would argue that with anybody. I think that's United's best team for me, and I also think that where we're going, as a team. We can't keep having false dawns. I said this on That's Football this afternoon. We can't keep having false dawns. We've got to get after it. And I think that with regards to where we are going as a football club, then this is what we need. This is what we need. We need to get some consistency. And if you beat Spurs and then you get a result against Man City at the Etihad, realistically, I would expect us then to beat Everton and Watford. And I know everyone's going to say, well, when do we ever do that? But I would expect us to do that. I would expect us to go on and on and on and get some performances of consistency. And consistency is the word we all know that we need. And that's what I hope to see. That's what I really hope to see. What's happened here? It was always Christmas time. Right, I need to do this giveaway as well. But I want to interact a little bit more. What do you think about the rumours regarding Sir Alex Ferguson becoming director of football, says Hassan? I think that those sort of rumours belong in the bin. I think they're ridiculous. I just cannot, for the life of me, see how that would work. I really don't. Somebody just sent me a DM about Pogba, but the link you've sent me from 90 minutes doesn't actually work, so I don't know. I don't know how that's going to be. It was always Christmas time, Jesus went away. I can't believe how many people have got this wrong. Can anyone in the live comments get it right? Because what is the most popular ordered takeaway? I can't believe how many people have not got this. What's the most ordered dish in the UK? And I've got the answer in front of me. I wouldn't have guessed at this in a million years, but loads of people. Harrison has got it. Well done. Harrison's got it. I'm just going to send him a message and he can have his code. Well done, Harrison. Well done. Well done to Harrison. He has guessed at pizza, specifically margarita. I would never have gone that. The most ordered dish in the UK is a margarita. Well, that's the answer I got from Just Eat, who should know. So there we go. That's that question done. Did somebody say Just Eat? Yes, we did. I didn't blow the whistle. Harrison's won it with margarita. Well done, mate. I've sent you the code. If you want to order your takeaway, the link's in the video description. We've got ours coming in around half time. I've gone Chinese tonight. Please do smash a like on the video, everybody, and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. We've got fan cams. Flex is there. Ricky. He's always one of the last fan cams to go up, but Ricky is becoming a bit of a cult hero, isn't he? We've got Saeed, we've got Adam as well, obviously Flex, and anybody else who fancies their fan cams. But Ricky is always a funny one, isn't he? So I look forward to that. Paratha and chicken curry, says LM Studio. It was margarita. It was margarita. Do you think Liverpool will go undefeated, says Dan Tatlu? I don't want to talk about Liverpool too much, but I do have a concern that they're going to win the league. I don't really care about the Premier League being wrapped in a Yorkie wrapper. That's Arsenal's invincible team. But I think they're going to win the league. That worries me enough. The Mexican-American MUFC says, squeaky bum time has been the perfect slogan for United the past few years. We can win this game and lose or draw the next two. You know what? I think that's why it's so significant today that we do win or we do draw. Because I actually think if we do beat Spurs and we do beat Man City, I know it's only 2 games, but it is a level of consistency. And I think that will then allow us to go and beat Everton and Watford before Christmas. And then you could have like 10 points from 12, which is quite good if we draw today. So yeah, I'd be quite happy with that. Anyway, let's do another question for you. If you want to order yourself a takeaway tonight, you can do it through Just Eat, who are sponsoring us today. And we are doing discount codes as prizes as well. Our third question of the night, and we've got 6 to do. Who scored the winner in United's 3-2 win over City at the Etihad in 2018? Remember, go on to our Twitter, our most recent Twitter post, which isn't the live one now. I think it's about, well, just go on our Twitter feed, at United Stand MUFC, reply with your question on there, or you can go onto our Facebook page, the link's in the video description, or you can go onto our Instagram page. Get your answer in there. Who scored the winner in United's 3-2 win over City at the Etihad in 2018? And I will be DMing the winner and announcing the winner in the next few minutes. I know the answer to that question anyway. But we can't DM people on the live comments of YouTube, unfortunately. Maybe YouTube needs to look at that, but nobody on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram knows that question. So you know the question on YouTube. You've just got to go onto one of our other socials to answer it. A lot of people getting it live right in the live comments. You know what? Like an idiot, I got it wrong. I'm going to put my hands up. You know what I thought it was in our 3-2 win in 2018. Do you know who I think it was? Frey Bentos. No, that's an office joke. I was going to say Van Persie like a prat, and I'm really disappointed that nobody else has done that. But we've just hit 590k subscribers as well. Thanks everyone. Keep smashing that subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner. Hadn't seen that go by. Everybody's getting it right in the live comments. I've just let time pass me by because we did beat Manchester City with a Van Persie winner from a free kick, but it wasn't in 2018. And thanks for the person. I'm going to give him a shout out. No, has put Van Persie just to make me feel better, I think. Anthony Joshua or Ruiz, says George Broadway. I don't know. I'm probably going to go with Joshua in that one. I think I fancy him. If I'm completely honest with you, but it could go many ways. Please do share the video as well. That's an important thing to do. Share it on Twitter and Facebook by clicking the share button. It was well, look, I may as well just do the giveaway on this one very, very quickly whilst we're because so many people have got it right. The answer to the question, without a shadow of a doubt, is Chris Smalling. So I will be sending out that code to somebody in the very near future. Get rid of that. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. So we've got about 25 minutes to go. Time's flying by, isn't it? Fantastic. Good. It's going to be an exciting game, I feel. It's going to be an exciting game. Smalling is playing like Cannavaro in Roma. He's doing amazing, says Leslie Lai. A lot of people very happy with Chris Smalling at the moment, actually. They drew with Inter last night, didn't they? I was too busy watching Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon style. But I think... Look, the thing is, I should have a T-shirt with this. I watch a lot of Serie A. I don't actually watch a lot of Serie A this season. I've got to be honest with you. I don't. But I have watched a lot of Serie A over the years. And it's just slow. It's so much slower than the Premier League. So if you are a defender going over there like Chris Smalling, am I surprised that that he has done quite well? And my question and my answer to that is no, because it's a slower league. So that doesn't surprise me at all. I'm just about to... There we go. Smudger, at Smudger 2003. I'm just sending you your code now. He got it right. Give him a whistle. Did somebody say just eat? For some reason I can't message you, mate. That's weird. I still can't message you. I can't message you. I don't know why. I followed you, but we can't message you, Chris Mason, so you can't be the winner. I'm afraid. It's got to be somebody else. And it's Roll LFC02, a Liverpool fan. We can't let him win it. We can't let him win it. We can't. There's your code, mate. Not sure why you're watching a Manchester United channel, but I'm not going to be discriminating. You were the next one I saw. You have won it. Well done. Better do another question very quickly, hadn't we? Because that's going to upset people. We need to get United fans winning this. So, to the closest million, how many fries would you need to feed all the people that watch the Manchester Derby? And I can tell you, it's between 100 and it's between 200 and 250 million. To the closest million, how many fries would you need to feed all the people that watch the Manchester Derby? Get your answer in on our socials and we'll go and pick another winner for another discount code on that. And it's a 15% discount code this time. 15% on the next 3 questions. So it's going up. First 3, you got a 10% discount. This one, it's a 15% discount. And remember, get your orders in. Links in the video description. Just Eat. Mine will be coming in during the game. Hopefully before half time. But yeah, your answers have got to be on our socials, people. I can't send you the code through YouTube. So get following us on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. Go to our last post and give us an answer. Which reminds me, I'm just going to change the post on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook because it's it makes it easier then for us to have a look at the answers. So I've just done that on there. Right. Demi Raymore, I talk about what I like, thanks. And I don't understand that you can do... Warren Tate says, I don't understand that what you can do... God, mate. I can't even read that sentence. I've tried it twice. Z says, Mark, if we lose to City and then lose to Everton, should Ollie stay? Poch is coming to London next week to review the possibilities. Well, look, I'm very worried. I'm very, very worried that Pochettino might end up at Arsenal because Brendan Rodgers has signed a new contract. Allegri's not going anywhere till the summer. Arsenal's interim manager is not going the way of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer last season, so they have left themselves very, very exposed, and I think that they will go. Arsenal will try and go all in for Pochettino, so that worries me. But to say should Ole be sacked if he loses to City and Everton, yes, 100%, because I know if he'd lost to Spurs and City, he was going to get the sack. So getting one result doesn't say this is what today's all about. One result doesn't change it. We've got to go and do better than that tonight. We've got to go and do better than that tonight. We've got to go and win. Rizzy 20 TV says, "Are you happy with a draw?" No, I wouldn't be happy with a draw. I wouldn't be happy with a draw, but in the circumstances, I would, if that makes sense. I think we've got to try and look. We need the 3 points. The 3 points would close us in on Chelsea far more than not. But it's difficult to say let's go and win at the Etihad. But I think that's what Ollie's trying to do when you look at the team on the left, and I think that's what we've got to do because we've already dropped too many points. And everybody talks about the losses to Palace and West Ham and Newcastle and Bournemouth, but it's the draws against the Southamptons and the Villas that have cost us as much as well. So we are already playing catch up, and I think today we need to go beyond that. Ashusta Misra has made a contribution. He says, I think it would be fair to analyse Ollie after December. We had major injuries. Don't know what Pogba is going to do in January. Being fair to him, it's difficult how such a weak midfield. It's better. That's what it's under Mourinho. Better young prospects. 100% United stand. And Mark, as you've said before, Ollie's plan is 4-2-3-1 and hit on the break. But don't you feel it's because we don't have the depth or players for a plan B? I think we can be generous on that. We can be generous and say, well, that's his thought process, etc. But I also would say that, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should have a plan B. I've said before, I don't think for 1 minute that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be successful at Manchester United as much as we want him to be successful. And when I say that, I mean, I don't think he's going to win us a title. I just don't. I just don't think he will win the title for Manchester United. I think that's something that's not going to happen. I also disagree about waiting till January because he's been unlucky with injuries. He implemented this team. He let Herrera and Fellaini. He didn't let Herrera and Fellaini go, but he did not replace them, which we all know as non-football managers that was stupid. So he's implemented things that many of us just do not agree with. And I think that, waiting till, if you say let's wait till January, well, you may as well wait another year, because the minute we get to a situation where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer gets to January and money is spent, they ain't sacking the guy anyway. He's here for a long time, and I think he is here for a long time. And I don't know whether that's the right thing or the wrong thing. I want him to be successful, but do I think he'll ever win as a title? No. So however long Ollie's here, I think the best we're going to get is establishment as a top 4 side. I don't see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer holding up a Premier League title unless he's going to get a time machine and go and do it in it when he used to play. But I hope I'm wrong on that. I do. But I think tactically he's not all that. He's got one plan. And until I see another plan, that's just how I feel about it. That's how I feel. It's honestly embarrassing how much VAR gets wrong, says Hippodrome. I don't know whether we've had any major incidents this afternoon. And Flex47 says, bottom line is, Ollie is just not good enough to manage Manchester United. And as far as the rebuild goes, we need to start with a manager who will be here long term. Well, Flex47, I don't disagree with you on that one. I think that United do need to be looking long term, but I think in many ways they are they're trying to establish themselves with this path that they're going hell for leather for. So, well done to Z Jamie. He got that right. It's 228 million fries that would be needed to feed the Manchester Derby. I've just sent you your code there. Well done. We've got another couple of questions to do, but we'll hold off on the questions for a little bit now because we are getting very, very close to kickoff. Please do subscribe to the channel and make sure you share the link. United to win today and lose next weekend. Ollie in says, let's talk about 6, baby. 6, it says, not the one you think. Fred is basically improving, says Lima. I just want to say about that as well, about January. Can I just say this? Because we haven't even had a chance to speak about it because it's been a very busy week with games and reactions and etc. You know how I was saying in January that the midfielder that I would go for would be Emre Can? Well, this is quite interesting, and I'm just going to disappear for a minute because I've just got to change the channel because I'm on BT and it's on Sky. This is very interesting because Emre Can is probably available. Well, he is available from Juventus for around £25 million. But, and there's a big but here, and we ain't talking about, no, I won't say that, but, Emre Can apparently, and this is coming from Manchester Evening News, so maybe take it with a pinch of salt, but he is not coming to Manchester United. Manchester United have got no interest in Emre Can. So who are we looking at as a midfielder in January? Because Emre Can, to me, is the most obvious pick. Massively obvious. And if we're not looking at him, who are we looking to bring in? Because there's not, we can all start talking about Thomas Partey, etc. But I mean, Paul Robinson says, yay. Eriksen's not, Eriksen's fine. And I spoke about Eriksen last night. And for me, I wouldn't take Christian Eriksen. But what I would say about Christian, what I would say is this. We need a CDM or a box-to-box, not a centre. We do need a centre attacking midfielder, but we need a CDM. We've got no cover there. And Emre Can would be the sort of player that would be interesting. My fear is that we're looking at probably Sean Longstaff again, which is just baffling. I mean, what is this kid got that United are so obsessed with? Helty Hulberg says, hey Mark, I come from Denmark and I'm 13 years old. Can I get and fit your shirts? I love and watch all your videos. Can I get and fit your shirts? Says Helty Hulberg. You sound like you're a tailor or something. You can make me some shirts to wear if you want to. Yeah, I don't really. Maybe you've got that mixed up, but there we go. Remember, we are sponsored by Just Eat for today. It's a Saturday takeaway, and I've got mine coming. I've ordered a Chinese. What are you going to get? Links in the video description. Join me for a takeaway today through Just Eat. You can order yours and get it in. Now is the time to be starting to order it, actually, because it is that sort of time where all the takeaways are opening up at 5 p.m. Dane Summer says, would you take Kevin Phillips? Would you take Kevin Phillips? Kelvin Phillips says... Kelvin, I thought you said Kevin Phillips. I was going to say he's got to be well into his 40s. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, sir. But I don't personally think it's that easy for Manchester United to go and just buy players in January. But they will have their targets. And it's such a difficult thing, isn't it? Because where are you all... Actually, I've got two questions for you. Where do you all sit on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the moment? I mean, has Wednesday changed your mind? It seems to have changed a lot of people's minds. Or are you still Ole out? Or is there, or have you got parameters to being Ole out, if that makes sense? Like, is there still, if this happens, I'll be Ole in. If this happens, I'll be Ole out. So let me know what your thoughts are on that. I don't think there is a scenario tonight whereby if United were to lose, Ollie's gone. Poch started at Espanyol, Southampton, Tottenham. He had time to at least in the next 2 years. If Poch goes to Arsenal and they even win, United would be better prospect than them. Who do you think? Clear Deadwood in the next 10, and that's from Ashus to Misra. It's hard to read what you were saying there, but I think you're basically saying get Poch. Nyagan says, Mark, I honestly think Ollie thinks he has enough midfielders. He thinks Fred, McTominay, Pogba, Mata, Lingard and Pereira are enough. Quantity not equal to quality. Just eat Luke Shaw's favourite app, says Alligator. I was waiting for that. I was absolutely waiting for that. But, you know, fair enough. Fair enough. It's not fair enough, really. It's not very nice, but there we go. Did somebody say just eat? That's going to be in my head all night tonight. Right. How are we all doing? Are we feeling confident? There's a lot of people still saying Ollie out. I'm a big fan of Luke Shaw, and I like Luke Shaw, so I don't really like that. I hope he has a good game tonight. United fans want Declan Rice so they can say we have rice and beans with a bit of McSauce on top, says Emmanuel Akari. Well, yeah, I hope that's not the reason, but there we go. Hi Mark, in your opinion, do we still have defensive issues, says Matthew Demery. I think it's a massive game for Manchester United's defence tonight. Absolutely huge. And I think that we have to address those issues and do better as a side. I think Harry Maguire and Lindelof. Maguire, what worries me about Maguire is, if you stretch it, you worry about his lack of pace. If it's all compact like it will be tonight, you worry about because he's so big and intricate players around him. I think Harry Maguire suited Leicester so well because they're not a team that goes gung-ho, but they're not a team that sits back. They're a bit of both. They're like a box-to-box midfielder. A CDM sits, an attacking midfielder is more attacking. Box-to-box midfielder does both. And I think Harry Maguire is a good defender in the box-to-box defensive sort of way as a team. If you're a team that likes to attack and defend, Harry Maguire's good in that. If you're a team that's just going to defend, I think Harry Maguire can be a little bit of an issue because, you know, it's tight and compact and a smaller player with intricacy can get through him. If you're playing a high line, he can get caught with the pace. So Harry Maguire suits a team. I don't think what I'm trying to say is I don't think the way we play suits Harry Maguire. We play sit back, soak up and then hit on the break, which is quite compact. And I think United need to stop doing this sit back, hit on the break and start being more expressive. Not like Man City are playing on the halfway line, but you know, just more even. I think that's what United need to do. Ollie has no experience, Poch does, says Sam Smith. Fred Free Gold says Ollie in, we have to back our man. And is anybody facing live stream problems, says Luke S. Don't think so. And Akil Kamal says, we will eventually have to replace Ollie. I like Poch, but I think United need a manager who is proven, but yet to make a mark at a big club. Marco Rose from Mönchengladbach comes to mind. Thoughts, Akil? Look, I don't necessarily think that Pochettino is the answer anyway, because he doesn't play wingers. But I would like United to be looking at an up-and-coming manager. You know, the next Klopp, the next Poch, the next Pep. But it's not really the way you've got to be run by football people to do that. And Ed Woodward probably doesn't even know who the best manager available now is, let alone who might be the next one. Simon Daisy says, Mark, if you were the CEO and owner of Manchester United, who would you choose as our next manager? Says Simon Daisy. Look, I've always liked Laurent Blanc, and that's just my opinion based on my opinion. And Ryan Davin says, Mark, do you think that having a footballer's opinion in the VAR studio so that VAR gets an idea on how the player could maybe not handball? Says Ryan Devon. Well, yes and no. I think it's common sense, that is, but unfortunately they've got such strict parameters on the rules. Like handball, doesn't matter whether it's accidental or not, it's a handball, isn't it? So Eric Ten Hag of Ajax is perfect, says Mitesh Van Mali. He is, but it's a big step up from being the manager of Ajax in the Dutch league to coming into the Premier League. And what if he, drowned in that pressure? It's hard. But then again, we chucked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in, didn't we? So, if you could take one player from Arsenal, who would you? Says Andy Una. Now that's a question and a half. That is a question and a half. For me, I'd take Aubameyang, and that might happen. That might actually happen, because apparently he's not going to sign a new contract, is he? So that could happen, people. That could happen. I don't think it will, but it could. It could. Let's do a question for Just Eat. You can get a 15% discount before kickoff. Matty Conway says, any words of wisdom, Mark? I'm bricking it. Well, my words of wisdom is that in a game like this, in a derby, you can get something out of it by just fighting and working hard. Look at Everton at lunchtime. 30% possession at the most. And they fought and kept going and they won the game 3-1. United shouldn't need me to say this, but in a game like this, United need to do that. That's what they need to do. They need to get out there and get a result and play hard. The final question before kickoff, and this is a good question. Who has won the most Manchester derbies when City have been the home side? City or United? Who has won the most Manchester derbies when City have been the home side? City or United? Give us the answer. Get onto Twitter, get onto Facebook, get onto Instagram. Reply to our most recent post with that answer, and we will pick out a winner who will get a 15% discount off their takeaway order tonight. City or United? Who've won the most derbies when it's been played at Manchester City's ground? Not Old Trafford, not combined. At Manchester City's ground, who's won the most derbies? City or United? Reply on one of our social accounts. We'll pick out a winner in a moment. And it's not just the Etihad. I know they've not been at it's every City ground that they've played at. And we'll give a winner out there. And remember, you can order your takeaway, your Saturday night takeaway. Mine's going to be coming in around half time. I can't wait because I'm bloody starving. I've gone with the Chinese. Don't know what you're going to go with. Links in the video description. Just Eat sponsoring the show today. Paul S says, Mark, you can't say Rashi is having a great season after 1 month. He needs to do it all season. Werner would be a nice signing. Just saying. Fan from the US. Paul S, look, that's the flip-flop nature of the modern football fan. And I think flip-flop's always seen as an offensive word. But Marcus Rashford 6 weeks ago, a lot of people were saying loan him. 6 weeks later, people are now saying he's one of the best players in Europe. Football comes at you fast, and I think that he has done very, very well, and he's shown he can't stop scoring at the moment. But consistency is the problem that Manchester United have. We all know that, and that's what Manchester United need to find. Nicole Court says, I'll judge him after January. Has to know he needs to improve the squad. Tactically, I feel he's limited by the squad, but he does have sketchy subs. Well, look, you know what worries me is I look at that bench tonight, and the bench, for anybody who doesn't know it, is Greenwood, Williams, Twansebi, Romero, Pereira, Mata and Young. That's an awful bench, really. But we're only really missing one player now, Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba's the only player we're really missing. And people can say, well, Delos's injured, Matic is injured, Eric Bay's injured. But you've just named 3 defensive players there. Look at our bench. The attacking options are Pereira, Mata and Greenwood. It's not good enough, and only Pogba to come back. The depth of that, we've got a massive squad, but the quality depth is just not that good. It's not good enough. If you were the CEO and owner of Manchester United, who would you choose as our next manager? Says Simon Daisy. I've done that one, haven't I? And we've done all that. So we're very, very close to kickoff. We're 4 minutes away from kickoff. I can tell you the answer to that question I put out by the Just Eat question is Manchester United have actually won more Manchester derbies at City's place. Not total, not at Old Trafford. This is derbies only when Manchester City have been the home team. United have won 29 and City have won 26, and there's been 25 draws. So even if City were to win today, United have still won more Manchester derbies when Man City have been the home team, which is interesting. It's interesting, isn't it? But let's see if we can find a winner. Winner. Chicken dinner. Nobody's really replying on this. Let's have a look at another one. Couple of minutes till kick-off. A lot of people feeling confident, which is good. And our winner is Lingard. Jesse Lingard, you've won it. No, not really. Ollie Potter. Well done to Ollie. I'm just about to message you with your winning code for your Just Eat thing. Discount code. 15% off. Get your order in. The link's in the video description. Well done, Ollie. He guessed it was Manchester United. There's my man, Luke Shaw. Players hugging and chatting in the tunnel. Yeah, I don't like that, Dazu W, to be honest. I don't like that at all. But there you go. What we will be doing as well, because Just Eat are sponsoring it today, remember you can order your takeaway. The link's in the video description for that. Get it ordered, get it in for half time. There's still time, or full time. You might want it after the match. But what we will be doing is we're going to be doing a half time Just Eat man of the match, which we'll be talking about through the live comments, and also a full time one as well. So thanks to Just Eat for sponsoring us today. We are about to kick off the game, and we don't want the introduction on. The game is about to kick off. I will start the timer as soon as it does. Remember, you can order your takeaway while the game's ongoing. The link's in the video description. Let's get ready to rumble. The Manchester Derby is here. It's Manchester United against Man City. The nerves start to set in. Come on, United. Let's get it done. I can't see us losing this game because we've got to get some momentum going. It can't be a false dawn beating Spurs. It's a derby. Wolves have been to Man City this season and beaten them. We have got a better chance than Wolves because it's a derby. It's a great leveller. And this is what we must do today. We've got to go and get it. Let's get it. Manchester United are ready to kick off. I expect to see a fast start, an aggressive start. I don't want to see stupid refereeing decisions. I want to see concentration, effort from second one to the last second. And we have kicked off. And it's Manchester United who've kicked it long to Manchester City. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. Maguire with the ball early on, just passing it back to De Gea. Manchester, they're gonna squeeze us. They're gonna squeeze us, of course. And Man City have got hold of the ball early on here, but Fred getting in with a tackle. Good to see. Good to see. A good cross. Maguire, bloody hell, heart palpitations there. It's the Sterling and it's Man City on the... I mean, look, we're going to have to be patient to this. I don't want to see people moaning in the live comments about... Sterling against Wan-Bissaka is going to be very interesting, isn't it? But I don't want to see people moaning about how much ball the Man City have got. I watched Chelsea-Everton at Goodison Park this lunchtime. And Chelsea were the away team and they had 70% possession. In the first half, they had 80%. And Everton still won 3-1. I'll take that every day of the week. So... they're going to have a hell of a lot of the ball. We are a team that sits back and soaks up pressure and hits teams on the break. That's what we're going to do. We need to accept that early on. If it doesn't happen, great. But that's what will happen. So City on the ball at the moment. What we've got to do when we win the ball is get at their weak centre-backs. And here we go. Here's an opportunity. Lingard into Rashford. Get your head down and get down the box. He's gone for Marcial here. For Nandini. And also what would be good from United is to pick up some yellow cards. Good play here, Fred. Get his shot off. Saved by Edison. United nearly 1-0. Dan James. Fred played him in. He had time to get the shot off, and I really thought he was going to ripple the net there. I'd like to see that back again, because I think he should have scored. But now it's City up the other end. It's Sterling into the box. Don't let him get a shot off. De Bruyne, good block by Wan-Bissaka. He loves a good block. Michael Oliver is the VAR ref. Game over, says Alligator. But this has been a great start from Manchester United. And Dan James maybe should have scored. City go up the other end, and a good shot blocked. A good block shot. A good block from Wan-Bissaka from De Bruyne. But the chance for Dan James, well, I'd like to see that back again. Ederson ends up just punching it. But I think from there, you'd fancy Dan James to score. We did almost score Crush Gaming, but now it's David Silva. Good header away by Luke Shaw and McTominay. Don't know what he was doing there. Lindelof. United's defence looks a little bit shaky to me. De Gea's there wanting the ball off Lindelof, saying he can't hear him, Lindelof. But United, it's a good start to the game. It's open, but United don't want to be too open at the back. I liked our attack, but defence we look a little bit shaky, and we've got to switch on. We've got to listen and not be nervous, because we're going to have to do a lot of defending. Good start by Wan-Bissaka. That's going to be a very, very, very good battle. But for me, I haven't seen it back yet, but I think Dan James should have scored. It wasn't a sitter, but I think he's gone for power. Oh, McTominay. It won't be a handball. Had to slide in there. City started brightly, United defending well. Please do subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner, and make sure you share the video. You can get your takeaway in as well. We're sponsored by Just Eat. Did somebody say Just Eat? I've got my Chinese. I can't wait for my food, but I want Manchester United to get this result. This is for the Man United fans. Stay calm and don't moan because we are playing City, says Xavi. Well, they're going to have loads of the ball, Xavi. You're right. They are going to have a lot of the ball. Ewan Thomas is a Chelsea fan. He predicts a City win, but it could end up being a draw if United defend well the whole game. I think we can win if we defend well. We just got to. The most important thing today is graft. Dan James there looks up for it. They still haven't shown us that shot from Dan James because it's been such a quick game. And there's a corner here. We should be all right on corners, but they'll show us the Dan James shot now. And I just want to see it from behind to see how much of the goal he can see. It's a good bit of build-up play between Lingard and Rashford and Marcial. And then Fred drives forward. He gets it into Dan James. And to be fair, the left-back of City is sort of in the way. If you watch it, he blasts it straight at the keeper. He needs to be putting that either side of the keeper. I'm not saying the keeper wouldn't have saved it. Mark has sure been eating too much Just Eat, says Zane Miassi. We won't be having any of that, Zane. You'll be blocked if you do it again. City are on the attack here. Sterling up against Shaw. He's got to stop the cross. He doesn't. Rashford. There was nobody on the back post anyway, but he's quick to get after it. I'll tell you what, this is going to be so tense, this game, isn't it? It's so fast-paced. It's great. It's a Manchester derby. I want to see United getting in the game a little bit more, but I think first 20 minutes, we're probably going to have to... Well, probably the whole 90 minutes we're going to have to defend, but we've just got to feel our way in. Defence, the most important thing for United is not to concede early on. But it's City all on the... We're going to have to be patient. I've said this before, but here we go. This is what I mean. When United break like this, and Marcial is through the middle, and that's very quick. That's unfortunate. Marcial there, you think he's going to get away, but unfortunately it's Kyle Walker right next to him, and Kyle Walker is fast. What a turn by Scott McTominay there. He sent De Bruyne back to Belgium. That was a brilliant turn. What a turn. I'm going to have to tweet about that. United, they're giving as good as they get. They're giving as good as they get at the moment, United. But as we've said, this is not a rocket science game of football for Manchester United. This is very, very simple. If you defend well, you will get opportunities on the break. And, you know, we could have been one-on-one with Marcial there. Oh, Sterling's just done Wan-Bissaka. Oh, he's absolutely done him there, I'm afraid. And De Bruyne shoots. United need to get their heads on here. United need to get their heads on here because Sterling's just sent Wan-Bissaka back to Crystal Palace. cut back, and then it ends up with De Bruyne, who probably should score, but Sterling has absolutely done him there. That is the first time this season I've seen Wan-Bissaka done. Absolutely did him, Redstone, you're right. He did. That's going to be an interesting battle. But you know what? I think we call Wan-Bissaka titanium, etc. Like, Gary Neville was a brilliant right back. Ashley Cole was a brilliant left back. They were not get pastable. You will get done sometimes. It's going to happen. And I think the modern game, we jump on everything. And I'm sure there's going to be clips of Sterling destroying Wan-Bissaka by Arsenal fans and stuff. But, you know, we don't live in a perfect world where every footballer finishes every chance or makes every tackle. So, and Sterling was Player of the Year last year. So, I mean, McCringe has just said humiliated. But, you know, these things are going to happen. These things are going to happen. Milton Bueno says, why do we cheer for a coach that parks the bus every game? I tell you what, at the moment, just enjoy this game. It's just a million miles an hour. Miles an hour. It's so fast. It's so fast. The ball over the top there. De Gea's there. But, you know, from United's point of view, while we don't concede, that to me is a positive. I do feel tense. I think before a game, you're always, yeah, we've got to go and get a result. We've got to go and get a result. And then the game starts and you're like, yeah, this is tough. Would you rather get headbutted off a rhino or DT, says Taylor Jones. Weird. Oh, Lingard! Oh, it should have been 1-0. Marcial played him in. He shoots across the goal. And I don't even think Lingard can do any more. It's a great save by Edison with the feet. Oh, it could have been 1-0. It's all over. Sorry for sounding like a creep. I meant the United Stand shirts. Do you think I can fit the United Stand shirt? Sorry about that. I'm not a creep, says Hake Holberg. It's fine, mate. Links are in the video description. You will fit them because they're available in all sizes, even for kids. So you'll be fine. Bernardo Silva. Oh, Shaw jumps in. We're getting a bit reckless at the back here. I tell you what a game it's been. I'd say City look more dangerous, but we've had two good chances, Lingard and Dan James. It's going exactly as we predicted, isn't it? United are soaking up the pressure, hitting on the break, and it's going to be about who scores their chances because City are going to have more of the ball, but we're going to get opportunities on the break as well. And Lingard's chance, I'd like to see it again because, well, they're going to show it as again now. Lovely little bit of play between Rashford and then into Marcial. I think it goes, no, it's Rashford with the assist. Nah, he doesn't really connect with it that well. He hasn't got much of an angle, but he sort of, as you watch it, he kicks it into the ground. It's not a smooth, powerful hit by Lingard, but I don't really think he had a lot to aim at when he's not left-footed. But it was a good chance, good chance. Lingard is getting loads of space, says Louis Rizzo. United fans are amazing, says Sam Olive. It's hard if you're not left-footed for Lingard to swing and get a good connection on that. I thought he got an okay connection, but I don't think it was ever going to go in from that angle anyway. What is the Blood Brothers upload schedule, says Charles Bantar. I think they're every week, Tuesday or Wednesday at 7 o'clock every week. So episode 2's out this week. Oh, God, catch your breath a little bit, but not for long because Man City are coming forward again here. And they will keep doing that. Zayed Sain says, can I comment to win from the US to win the discount? Says Zayed Sain. Well, if Just Eat's available in your country, you can. Just click the link in the video description and see if it's available in your country. You don't have to go through with the order because we have got another question coming up as well where you can win the discount code. So we are sponsored by Just Eat today. It is available in other countries other than the UK. I don't have the full list in front of me. But get your takeaway ordered for before or after the game. I've got my Chinese coming in. Can't wait for that. We've got our Just Eat man of the match and half-time man of the match, which we'll be talking about at half-time and full-time as well. And we're going to do another discount code giveaway in a little bit. That's what I've got the whistle for. But at the moment, we're focused in on the game. If Smalling gets an England call-up, take him back, says Taylor Jones. And is Luke Shaw reaction time is on a delayed timer, says Just Kicks 07. I mean, look, I think Luke Shaw is just very divisive, isn't he? He is a very divisive player. I like Luke Shaw, but I also think it's very difficult for him in a game like this today because he's only just come back from injury. It's his first start in the Premier League since August. And I think haters are going to hate, and people like me, I think Luke Shaw is currently our best left-back because Brandon Williams is not going to be ready yet, and Ashley Young's never been ready. So I would rather Luke Shaw. But the problem is, you can't play Ashley Young tonight because he can't play 2 games in a week. That's why Young's not playing. I think if Young was younger, if he was like 28, he'd play both games, but he's not. He couldn't play tonight. But both of City's wingers are getting at our fullbacks. I mean, Wan-Bissaka's already been put on been skinned once already, so we're going to see that. We're playing a decent team here. Luke Shaw's not gone with Bernardo Silva, and City wants a handball on McTominay, who has slid in twice now. But now it's United breaking away with Marcial. I hope we're not going to get a veer. Mark, I see your fresh shave. You're looking sexy, says 2007. Thanks for that. Bit of a scary moment there as McTominay went down on the ground. There's not going to be a VAR review of it because it's gone on too long. You always do have your heart in your mouth for a moment when those sort of things are happening. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new, bottom right hand corner. A lot of people saying that Williams should be playing. Pedpost says that Lingard is useless. Well, he's nearly scored, mate, and he's doing okay. I think United on the break at the moment are doing quite well. It's just fast, quick movement of the ball. Wasteful from Rashford there. But we nearly had 20 minutes and we're all right. Why does Lingard always play a predictable pass, says Govan's98? Because that would have been harsh on Lindelof. It wasn't McTominay. But he actually handles it twice, Lindelof there. I don't understand the handball rule anymore. I don't know whether that's a handball on Lindelof. It goes up off his arm, it hits his arm, and then he hits his arm again. But I think it would be ridiculously harsh to give a handball, but somebody might say, by the letter of the law, that's a handball. L. Gill says, love you, Mark. Thank you for everything you do. Don't get much coverage here in America. Couldn't keep up with United without you. Cheers, pal. Thanks very much for that comment. Few people are saying it should have been a handball. I don't know. I don't understand the handball rule anymore. If your hand's in an unorthodox position, it's a handball. But I don't know. I think common sense has prevailed there, thank God. Kyle Walker is fast. He's very fast. Merchandise is available, Mahmood Hassan. The link's in the video description. We've got our United Stand jumpers and all sorts. The link's in the video description for that if you want to get it. Morgan Jackson, absolutely high five, virtual. He says there's too many rules. I don't know the rules anymore about handball. I don't know. I know them for attacking, but I don't know them for the defending. I think this game has settled down quite well now for United. I think it's settled down well. And here's Dan James in down the right. I think we can get it. Lay it off to Marcial. Get a shot off. Oh, another save. Oh, I tell you what, this game's end to end. Brilliant derby so far. Good shot, good save. And it is, I think any of us could have managed Manchester United today. Well, not managed Manchester United because we're not the manager, but Sterling trying to get through Wan-Bissaka. He's read it better that time. Much better from Wan-Bissaka there. Pogba in CAM, centre forward, and this team wins games, says Taylor Jones. #work. Yeah, I think we all want to see Paul Pogba in that position. But good chance for Marcial. Well, half a chance. I think we've had 3 half chances, haven't we? Dan James, Marcial and Lingard, half chances. But 3 chances in the first 15 minutes. And this is what we were talking about. Yes, Manchester City are a good team, but they also give you opportunities. And if you can stop them scoring, you can win the game. And that's what United need to do. I think City will score. I think we'll score. I think that United just need to... If we can limit them to 1 or 2 goals, we'll get a result, is what I'm saying. Because I think we can score 1 or 2. That defence is there to be got at. And if people don't understand why Liverpool are going to win the title, and this is one of the first times you've seen City all season, the reason Liverpool are going to win the title is because Man City's defence can be got at. And Liverpool's can't. It's going to be a very challenging games for our fullbacks tonight. A lot of people saying Shaw looks a bit tight. It's going to be a hard game for Luke Shaw, and it should be. And it's going to be a hard game for Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka's been done by Sterling once. The second time he put the tackle in. We're going to see that. That's going to happen. The game's just quietening down a little bit here. Oh no, he's done well. That's a throw-in. Here's a question for you, being as we are sponsored by Just Eat today. If you were at the stadium watching a game, what takeaway would you order from Just Eat? Because you're not going to get an Indian, are you? Tikka masala and sit there with your hands and your naan bread. What would you go for from Just Eat? I'm thinking pizza. I'm thinking... Well, I want my Chinese. So what could I order from a Chinese that I could eat at a football ground? Spring rolls, prawn toast, maybe a nice aromatic duck wrap, a few chips. I like Chinese chips. Nando's, says Tade. Well, here's Jesus. Don't do anything, Jesus, because I think he's crap. Sterling, that's a foul by David Silva on McTominay. KFC all day, says Xavi. Shredded chicken, says Jake Ford. And we've got them on the ropes, says Keegan Malone. Oh, we haven't got them on the ropes. It's a 50-50 game. I'm enjoying it. Fish and chips, says Ikra. And I'll have what Luke Shaw orders, says Ben Balab. Pogba's in the stadium. Manchester City is literally pay to win in real life, says Ian. Crispy Duck, says Almar's Edge. McDonald's, says Oscar Garma. Salt and pepper chicken wings and chips, says Jaden Chalmers. I'm starving. I'm bloody starving. I want my food. Roll on half time. Fred, now here we go. We've got a bit of a break on here. This is where the great thing about City is if you can get the ball back, you end up with like 3v3. Rashford, have a shot. Oh, what a bit of skill. Hey, come on. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. That's got to be a VAR penalty. Come on. He has got to go back and give a penalty there. Rashford's down injured. There's no touching of the ball. Has got to be a penalty. Oh, it's 100%. That's got to be a VAR penalty. If they don't give a penalty for this, VAR can get in the bin. That is 100% a penalty. There's no changing of the ball direction. He's got to give it. It's penalty. That's a penalty. Just give the bloody penalty. Come on. What are you looking at that angle for? Lingard's there. Why are we taking so long? Why are we taking so long? What's happened? Is he giving it? Yes. You see, at home we're not getting it. What's bloody going on here? It's a penalty. I'm going with a penalty. It's a penalty. Boom, shakalak. Come on. He's going to book Bernardo Silva as well. Clear penalty. I think the referee should have got that. The referee should have got it outright. That's scary that VAR has had to save us there. And I think actually... in fairness, it takes too long with the penalty. It takes too long, but that should have been given. That should have been given. That's shocking refereeing. And I'd be embarrassed if I was Anthony Taylor about that, because that was a simple penalty decision, and he's bottled. Well, I don't think he's bottled it. I think he's just not got it. And that would be scary if VAR did not exist. Anyway, Rashford stepping up. He won't miss this. The man's on fire. And he won. I mean, Rashford's just bloody superb at the moment, isn't he? He's absolutely superb. Here he goes. Marcus Rashford. Always does well at the Etihad, Rashford, doesn't he? Little sidestep run. Up he goes. Hey! Just eat that, Man City! I've been waiting to say that. It's 1-0 to Manchester United. Rashford just passes it home, and United lead in the derby. 1-0. You've got to say it's only what we deserve. VAR, thank you very much. And I've got to say, I'm going to give VAR the assist there, because Anthony Taylor, you are a joke, mate. How you didn't see that was a penalty is disgusting, and that's where VAR works. It took too long in my mind, but that's where VAR works, because that rubbish ref didn't see a Stonewall penalty, and if it wasn't for VAR, we wouldn't have got the Stonewall penalty. No doubts about Rashford. Just eat that. 1-0, and there's Ollie doing some sort of bend down fist pump. Don't do that again, Ollie, but that's awful from the... How does the referee not see that? But it's 1-0. That's all that matters. And you know what we do now? We keep doing what we've been doing. We keep sitting back and hitting them on the break, because that's where you get the pace. But the brilliant thing about that goal is it didn't come from us hitting them on the break. It didn't come from that. It came from a bit of brilliant skill by Marcus Rashford. Yet again, Rashford is absolutely superb. He's the best player in Europe at the moment. Well, City now are going to panic, and United need to hit them on the break. Bernardo Silva, good block by Luke Shaw there. You see, now we've got something to fight for. We're in front. We've got something to fight for here. 1-0 to Manchester United. I love VAR. What you've got to be careful of is, what you've got to be very careful is VAR coming back to hurt you. I've just been on social media, and I can already see people saying, well, why wasn't the handball given? I don't know. For Man City, I don't know why they didn't get the handball, to be honest, because I don't know what the rules are. Sterling. See, United have got so much pace on the break. Lingard. And it's Fred now. And Rashford's in all sorts of space. Oh, what a chance. Oh, lovely ball by Fred. Rashford took it first time, hit it wide. On the break, City are absolutely being run ragged. And I tell you what, I was trying to say this before. We're not managers of Manchester United, but we were talking about it in the preview. Every United fan I've spoken to or seen on social media has said, this game suits us perfectly, because Ali's only got one plan. Sit back and hit on the break. What's the perfect team to sit back and hit on the break? Man City, they'll leave you so much space. So if we can defend in this game, we'll be fine. Liverpool fans are buzzing, says Toby. Well, Liverpool are going to win the league regardless of this result. And the reason Liverpool are going to win the league, and I'll say it again, Man City are going to drop a lot of points this season because defensively they're awful. And I tell you what, Pep Guardiola should be sacked. I don't know why no one's talking about it. He's, all the money he's got and his team, they're dropping points all over the place. And there is people are even talking about fourth. Early days. I just want to get out of this game with a result, which I predicted we would. But United's record when scoring first is only one defeat, which is amazing, since 2015. Dan James has gone down there. Rashford again. Oh, he's hit the bar. Bloody hell. Manchester United are running ragged here. Absolutely running them ragged. Habib Book says, Ollie's at the wheel. Sorry, Mark, but I'm a flip-flop. United could put this game to bed. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Just going to the comments. Don't give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer too much credit. He knows about as much as the poor performances as us, says Kai Boo. And Michael Oliver at the VAR never doubted him for a moment, says Alligator. Yeah, you did. Dan James looks mince. We will see a lot more, says Srinkath Garamella. Ollie penalty tactics, says MJ. PS play. Actually on penalties, have we had more penalties than anybody else this season? But the reason we get so many penalties is because we have got quick, skillful players, haven't we? Let's be fair. What else was I going to say? Yeah, look, I would never, ever in a million years call this a master... if we win this 5-0, I won't call it a tactical masterclass because this is Ollie's game plan. We're sit back and hit teams on the break. That is Ollie's game plan. So I knew this before this game. This is why I was so confident that we would get something today if we played well, because we're getting situations where it's 2v2, 3v3 against their back 3. There's so much space you can have against Man City. If they don't get their game on, I mean, this is like watching United against Norwich. They're all over the place at the back. Yes! Marcial 2-0. What a finish! Ooh, that was hot. Deadly. Someone call a doctor or an ambulance because Manchester City's defence is getting murdered. Lovely little build-up play between Dan James and Marcial. Read it back, it's 2-0. Eat it. Manchester United, Anthony Marcial. Keep your heads on here. But they're just moving the ball about. They're getting so much space on the break. It's like playing Norwich. It really is. It's like playing 10 men. Dan James and Marcial, they just work it together here. Marcial starts with it, little turn, 1-2, gets it back, hits it low, into the bottom corner. Mwah! That's absolutely fantastic. That's world class by Anthony Marcial yet again. And people doubt this guy. People say, oh, he's not that good. He is brilliant. He is absolutely superb. And Man City are in all sorts of trouble here. They're 2-0 down. Manchester United are 2-0 up. And we are in dream world. But there's a long way to go. But this is only what Manchester United deserve. This could be massive. This could be a huge result for Manchester United. We are on the verge here of something absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. Don't be coming at me with Ollie in and Ollie's at the wheel. You're going to jinx it. But at the moment, Man City, Pep out. He's crap. Pep out. He's useless. Absolute fraud. Marcial, what a goal. Anthony Marcial, pure world class that was. I think, we've got Anthony Marcial and Marcus Rashford. And when we bought them, when we had them before Mourinho came in, I was like, we've got two of the best players in the world over the next 5 years. And he ruined them. Absolutely world class that was. And now we're starting to see the real players again. Absolutely world class that was. Messi does that and people are going, just absolutely superb from Marcial. Absolutely brilliant. Rashford and Marcial. This is what we were talking about. I used to talk about this 2-3 years ago on the United Stand. People would say, who's your favourite players at Manchester United? And I'd say Marcial and Rashford. And I haven't really been... Well, they still are, but they sort of disappeared because Mourinho ruined them. And now we're starting to see them getting back. This is why Lukaku had to go. Funny how Solskjaer gets it right against the big team, says Andy Guna. And Pep Fraudiola, says Alligator. 2-0. I know, it's absolutely brilliant. Enjoy it. Smash a like on the video. Please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. Did somebody say just eat? I tell you what, we're eating. We're feasting at the Etihad. Manchester United are 2-0 up. And Man City are absolutely all over the place. Remember, Just Eat are sponsoring us today. That's why I'm saying Just Eat. Links in the video description. Get your Saturday night takeaway. We're about to get an absolutely massive meal deal bucket from the Empty-Had and take it away. Manchester United 2, Manchester City 0. Who would have thought it? Well, I just felt the way we play, and we only have one way of playing, the way we play, we were set up perfect for this. Absolutely perfect. And City look lost. They look absolutely lost. Can't wait to see Rant's reaction, says Smashers. And Rob Tamasali, thank you for the contribution. And City started off quite well, City, but they just don't. They're just all over the shop, aren't they? Ollie out. Ollie out, people. Hashtag just eat our words, says Mr. Glenn Johnson. Oh, I see what you're saying. Ollie out, people. Hashtag just eat our words. Yeah. 2-0 to Manchester United. Not long now. Your order's on its way. That's from Just Eat. I've got a text message. Lovely stuff. Have some of that. I'm starving. Can't wait. We're feasting tonight, United fans. We are feasting tonight. And of course, look, let's get back down to reality, because I don't think City will come back into this, but they could. Why do we only do it against the big teams, Mark? It's a very valid point, but it's because big teams attack you and they give you space to attack them. Because they play so attacking, they leave space in behind. Well, look at the teams we've lost to this season. Newcastle, sit back. West Ham, sit back. Palace, sit back. Teams that do to us, we basically play like a. We don't play with a confidence, really. We're a team that sits back. So, good shot straight at De Gea there from Silva. We're a counter-attacking team. That's what we are. We soak up and hit on the break. And teams who do that, teams who let us do that, do struggle. Who needs Mark Noble now, says George Bale, 03. One word, confidence, says Jake 123. I've got another word that begins with con that we desperately need. Consistency. That's what we need. I know United can do this. We saw it for 3 months last season with the same manager. We know this is possible. But what we need is some consistency. We've got to go on a run of results. New Year's Day, it's Arsenal's defence, says Jordan Such. Bring it on. Bring it on. Here's City on the attack. Kyle Walker. CJ plays wonderful. Hey, describe it in one word. I love that. Wonderful. Describe this first. You know, this is what we want, though. This is what we want. And what I love about the live comments is I know a lot of you are unsure on Ollie. You know, I'll put my hands up. I'm unsure about Ollie. But we don't need to be that fan base saying, oh, the Ollie outers, stick it up wherever. Like, this is what it's all about. Manchester Derby against Man City, beating them deservedly 2-0. This is what we want. This is all we want. We want this feeling, to be proud of our team, to be excited to watch our team, to be winning a game. You know, whether you want Ollie in or Ollie out or whatever, whether you like certain players or you don't. And a lot of you have been going in on Luke Shaw, but we're winning 2-0 and Luke Shaw is playing. And we could have been winning 3-0 there. Great cross in, and Marcial's just not got there in time ahead of Dan James's cross. Could have been 3-0. This is what we want. Yes, there's a lot of improvement. Yes, Ollie probably won't be the man long term. But this is where we want to get to. This is what we want. And that's why we're united. This is the positivity. Freddie's quietly having a good game, says Ari Guardiola. They are. They are. Luke Davis saying James is a right bargain. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new, bottom right hand corner. Got the fan cams coming up afterwards. We've got Ricky. Ricky's at the game. Saeed. Adam. Flex. And anybody else who comes and speaks to us. Saeed's going to have to be eating some humble pie. Just eat. Did somebody say just eat? Saeed, you will be eating. Because you'll be eating your words. He's been critical of not just Ollie, but Rashford. What's all that about? Zane Jordan Such, we will be ready for you on New Year's Day. 3-0 to the Gooners. You don't even know who your manager's going to be, Zane. That's wishful thinking. United, what I like about United is we're defending well as well. That's the most important thing, because City could score 2 or 3 goals. Aidan Lefevre says, Chelsea is losing momentum at the moment, so this is our time to go on a run. Come on, United, we have the talent now, put it to use. And that's a very good point by Aidan, because Chelsea's next few games, I think they've got Bournemouth at home next week, which they'll probably win, but we should beat Everton. Then they've got Tottenham, and I think they've got Arsenal. Well, we've got Newcastle, and Burnley. So we could really close that gap for New Year. And then you go into the New Year. You know, if we're 3 points off top 4 on January the 1st, sign a couple of players. I mean, look, I'm getting ahead of myself, but Sterling with the cross. I mean, City's creativity is non-existent. Well, they nearly just scored. That would have been humble. City's creativity is non-existent. Bang in the table as they nearly score a goal. Everton look better now, says Peter B. We'll beat Everton. If we win this game, we'll beat Everton, because Everton had like 20% possession. They weren't that good. Chelsea just didn't create anything. We've got 8 minutes to half time. What United need to do is get to half time and be winning at half time. Not winning, but 2-0. Don't whatever you do not concede before half time. That would be absolutely catastrophic. And my best man, who lives in Ireland, says all over the CUNTSs, Liam and Noel and Curly Watts, I hope you're watching. Love it. Love it. Love it. And he's a bit of an Ollie outer, but it just... Ollie out, Ollie in, Matic out, Matic in, Shaw out, Shaw in. These are all little problems within Manchester United. The bigger picture is nobody wants us to lose games of football, really. Not a Manchester derby. Liverpool fans will be fans of us tonight. We've probably just handed them the title. We'll be 14 points ahead of City. Liverpool have won the title before Christmas. There's a foul here. Chicken fried rice, yum yum. How can 1 billion Asians be wrong? Says Wolfie35p. If you want to order your takeaway, get in the link in the video description. Just Eat, sponsoring the United Stand tonight. We've got another discount code to give away at half time as well. I want to know, we'll do it at half time actually, who your man of the half is, because we've still got 7 minutes to go. Electric from Manchester United. They're doing it in spouts, aren't they? But it's been magnificent so far from United on the break. I want to just check out something in a minute, but this is a free kick for De Bruyne. City's most dangerous player is Lindelof, says Mitish Van Amali. I think Lindelof gets a lot of stick unfairly, to be honest with you. And De Bruyne has put it over the bar. I never fancied him from there in a million years. Right, what I wanted to do is just have a quick look at how we're doing possession-wise. Matches. Manchester City. Stats. See, they've had 64% possession. We've had 36% possession. We've played 272. They've played 272 passes. We've played 158. This game really does remind me a lot of the Everton-Chelsea game that I watched at lunchtime, where one team has all the possession but creates very little, and the other team defends well and just hits them in the spaces the attacking team leaves. It's been a real... football's like this sometimes, isn't it? Everyone gets obsessed with tiki-taka football. But what we've had a real day today where a team can sit back and soak up pressure and exploit the space the possession-based team uses. Well, I think somebody did just say just eat, because I think it's here. Lovely stuff. Right, bang on half time. De Bruyne with the cross. Zayn Miasi's on one. Mark, with Spurs winning and you winning, and if we lose to West Ham, what a miserable time for Arsenal fans. If I have to buy out Rodgers' contract, but we'll have to use less super chats for a few weeks after. I think he's already signed the new contract, mate. You missed out. And Crit Helsland says, wouldn't it be worse if we lose against the good team and win against all the smaller teams? Let's take the parallel to the time with Sir Alex. Bad football at times, but we win trophies at the end. Give Ollie time.
Daddy, I'll be ready in a minute.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's hard to watch Wan-Bissaka struggle. Sterling is giving him a run for his money. Overall, great match so far, says Vin Bra. Free kick here to City. We just got to get to half time here, 2-0 up. That's all we got to do. I'm starving as well. Give me some food. Did somebody say just eat? Mine's arrived. Have you got your order in? Links in the video description. I'm having Chinese. I've got myself some crackers. I've got myself some spring rolls, some prawn toast. Have it. Absolutely starving. And we're feasting anyway on Man City. They ain't going to score from a free kick. I wouldn't even bother shooting, David. David De Gea just caught that from David Silva. You're having a laugh. You're having an absolute laugh trying to score from there. United's team from 1 to 11, and I know they wear different numbers, are absolutely cruising. General Martin's having a Chinese. Did anybody not from the UK try the link in the video description and see if it works? Because I think it does work in other countries, because we've got another discount code to give out as well. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Bottom right hand corner, the United stand. We've got fan cams coming in. My daughter's just messaged me saying, what time did you order the food for? Then she's deleted it because it's just arrived. Sit down. Oh, this is just so enjoyable. But I and many others predicted United would get the result today, and we're right. We are 200 subscribers away from 591,000 subscribers, and that number above the Just Eat sign will change. So please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner, click it, and if you have subscribed, please share the link. And everything's going well for us at the moment. Everything's going well. Just keep spinning that wheel, United. We've gone a little. I think since that second goal, we have gone a little bit quiet. I would have liked to have seen us go and get the third goal, but maybe Ollie can say that at half time. I think we've not really had any real chances since that second goal from Marcial, whereas before that we were getting a lot. But maybe we just decided to, keep it tight and get to half time 2-0. Of course, we've got to be bearing in mind that we were 2-0 down against Man City a couple of years ago, and we beat them 3-2 at their place. So. But I just don't think City are playing that well. That's a lovely ball though by Bernardo Silva. Oh God, that was close. Glad I played hooky from work to watch this one, says Joel Duca. Yeah, normally you wouldn't bother, would you? Normally you'd think, yeah, United have got no chance. It's going to get a bit loud now because takeaway's being sorted out in the back. De Bruyne. You've got to win that, McTominay. God, get rid of it. Well done, Maguire. Just get rid. About a minute till half time. Two minutes of added time. We've got to not concede before half time. Sterling. Cross comes in. Luke Shaw does well. And that's, I think it's going to be a goal kick. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Did somebody say just eat? We've got the food coming in. We got the chips. Chinese chips. Oh, here's Pep Guardiola. We'll have a bit of you as well. Lovely stuff from Manchester United. I'll be tucking into that at half time. You can order yours. The link's in the video description. And it just couldn't be going any better. It could not be going any better from a Manchester United point of view. We're 2-0 up at half time. They're not going to get a goal back before half time. The food's arrived. We're eating and we're feasting. Sponsor us every match, Just Eat, because we're not used to this. We're not used to this sort of a performance at Manchester United. Look at all City and their plastic fans disappearing as well. But they just don't have the response, do they, at the moment? I think Sterling and Wan-Bissaka has been an interesting battle, but I just think United are set up well to stop them from scoring goals, and I don't think City look like they're going to get anything. Kyle Walker with the turn. That's quite good play, and that's brilliant. And Fred, now they are looking for a handball here. I can't tell from Fred's reaction. They've gone for a corner. Fred really didn't seem to think it was. I don't think that is a penalty by the rules, though, because I think if you're going to ground and your arm's in a natural down position, I'm pretty sure that's not a penalty. So Man City can sit down on this, because I've seen the rules here. His hand's down by his side. That's not a penalty. He's supporting himself from falling. That's not a penalty. That is not a penalty. It's a corner. Man City can moan all they like, but I've read the rule on that bit. If your hand is going down to stop you from falling, it's not a penalty. I know it hits his hand, but it's not. That's in the rules. I've actually read that rule. That's not a penalty. Not forget who put Smalling, Lukaku, Sanchez out of their misery. He couldn't take all the deadwood at the same time. Ollie in, says Kelt, Hulsland. Look, we're only halfway there, but it's a fantastic thing to be 2-0 up against Manchester City at half-time. Thoroughly deserved. Man City are looking for penalties on handballs without reading the rule book. Get a new rule book, because you know you're looking at the 2013 version. That is not a handball. Look, it is a handball, but I've read the rules on that. And if you are going down to the ground and your hand is down to support you hitting the ground, you can't fall on the ground without putting your hand down. It's not a penalty. No penalty. It's not over yet, says Demaras Coleman. It is not over yet. Madeline, you can come and get the grub if you want. Serve it up. The Just Eat order's in. Lovely. We'll be eating some of that lovely food in a moment.
Do you know the plate?
Yeah, some spring rolls and all that, and then the chow mein and the rice and everything. Just put it on a dish and put it in the oven for after. But what a half of football from Manchester United. Just it's gone perfectly to plan. We know that City are going to have loads of the ball. You know that Manchester United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's plan A and only plan is to sit back and hit teams on the break. Man City are the perfect team to sit back on the break and get at, and it's just gone perfectly for us. We deserve to be 2-0 up. City have done very little in relation to good chances. They've had more of the ball, and we've hit them on the break. This is not. United's going to be interesting in the coming weeks if we win this game, when we play the Newcastles and everybody else again who sit back against us and hit us on the break. But perfect. I'm not surprised by this. I'm not surprised by this at all. What I want to say is, though, thanks to Just Eat for sponsoring us, but this is where they come in again. We're going to give a discount code in a minute. The link's in the video description. You can get your order in, get your takeaway in for after the game, like I've got mine coming in now. Chinese for me tonight. But who's been your Just Eat man of the half so far? Who is your Just Eat man of the half? I want to talk about that. We'll be doing man of the match, but who's been your Just Eat man of the half so far? Remember, you can get your orders in below for your takeaway tonight. But who's been your United man of them half so far for Manchester United? I think for me, Sterling's done Wan-Bissaka a couple of times and Wan-Bissaka's tackled him a couple of times. That's going to happen. I think Luke Shaw's grown into the game. First start since August. He's always going to be a bit rusty. Maguire's done well. Lindelof's done well. De Gea's not really been tested. I think Fred and McTominay again have worked really well together. I think James has been a threat. I think Lingard's done pretty well. He's moved the ball, which is all you want Lingard to do, because he just runs around a lot, but you need him to move the ball, and he has. Rashford creating the penalty out of nothing was absolutely superb. But for me, Marcial. Again, a lot of what Marcial's been doing off the ball has been ridiculous. Movement, hold-up play. But that goal, I thought the way Rashford created the penalty was brilliant, but Marcial starts in a position he should never be scoring in. Turns, gets the 1-2 and hits it in low that Ederson doesn't even expect it. So for me, Marcial has been the difference at the moment, because he's taken the game from a dangerous 1-0 to a a comfort blanket 2-0. So Marcial's been my man of the half, my Just Eat man of the half so far. But what's yours? Jordan Such says, if City away is their hardest remaining game, Liverpool are going to be invincibles. Well, that's something else. That is something else, isn't it? That's another topic. A few people are saying Fred. David Amadi says Fred. Who else have we got? Fred bleeds red, says Amit Kumar. Fred and Marcial, says Rasa. Fred's played well. Fred. Rashford the GOAT, says Jordan Thompson. Fred's been decent, says Craig Gear. Is there going to be a Just Eat haircut of the day, says Tobias Grunfold. Marcial. Scotty, says Jake Bullman. Fred the Red. Fred. I think we're going to go with Fred. So Fred is our Just Eat United man of the half so far. But will he be man of the match? We will wait and we will see on that. Rashford is better than Ronaldo, says LM Studio. And even Lingard is looking decent, says Manas Kaji. Well, he will do, because I think with regards to just the way that Manchester City have set us up, that's just the way it is, isn't it? So look at that. Got a nice little platter there, some prawn crackers, some spring rolls, some chicken balls, and some prawn toast. We'll be tucking into that, I tell you. But yeah, I think I just, you've seen the previews. I've seen your comments. We knew that if United could just play well, there's never going to be a game that suits us better than this, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has one plan. At the moment, and I'm not being disrespectful to him, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has one plan. Soak up and hit on the break. And what better team to do it against? Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea are the three best teams to do it against, because they want the ball, they want to attack, and they leave space at the back. And is it coincidence that we've beaten Chelsea twice this season? We drew with Liverpool, we're the only team to draw with Liverpool, and we're now beating Man City at their place. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's not useless. His plan works well against certain teams, and it's working a charm today. And it worked well against Spurs as well. Shout out to Fred for bossing the midfield, says Red Devil. Well, I think he's comfortably man and a half. This is Lindelof's best game, says Farron Chander. I like Lindelof. I think he played well on Wednesday as well. Maguire has been awful, makes the same mistakes all the time, makes me feel physically sick that we paid £80 million for him, says Ashitika. There's always somebody to feel a bit negative, isn't there? I'm going to eat. I love spring rolls. It's going to finish 2-2. City 3-2. No. I don't see it. I really don't. I think United would be masters of their own downfall if that happened. But, having said that, let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. The honest point is that United haven't really been a 90-minute team this season. So, is there a chance? We've got to go and get the next goal. There's no way this game finishes 2-0. So what we need to do in the second half is go and get the second half. Maddie, yeah? Can you bring me a couple of those serviettes, please? So happy for Fred, but Shaw looks terrible, says John G. I think Shaw's grown into the game like a lot of players. I disagree with that. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're new. Bottom right hand corner.
How much you want for this?
That's alright, yeah. I've even got Just Eat serviettes. I forgot what I was saying there. Who's the best player in the world, Rashford or Fred, says Murray. And time, should we park the bus, says Ayan. Well, effectively we are sort of playing that way anyway. We're just hitting them on the break. But Lingard is actually playing decent, says Man U fan 81. And Luke Shaw keeps allowing Silva to cut in on the left and make dangerous plays, which means Silva is a left-footed player. It's annoying me, says the genius knows. I need a Domino's after that first half, says Lincoln Jack Donimo. And why eat chewing in my earphones, says Captain Vel. What are you doing? I'm not doing a watch along for the Joshua fight. I'm doing a watch along for this at the moment. To get 6 points from this weekend, I'm over the moon, says Bay Area Boogie Boo. Still 45 minutes to go for United. I need to actually, talking about food, we have got our final giveaway, which is a discount code of 15% for a Just Eat order. And I'm going to tell you the question now, and I've got the code ready as well. The way you win this is by replying to us on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram on our most recent post with the answer to this question, because I can't send out the code via YouTube because they don't have a direct messaging system. So Nobody on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram will know the question. Only you lot will, but you will need a Twitter or Facebook, Instagram account to answer it. Just go to our most recent post on any of those platforms and we will pick a winner. And your question is, drum roll please, the cost of an average season ticket at a top football club is equivalent to how many kebabs? So I'm going to give you a little bit of a clue here. It's between 200 and 225 kebabs. The cost of an average season ticket at a top football club is equivalent to how many kebabs? And it's between 200 and 225. Get your answers in by replying to our most recent tweet or Insta post or Facebook, and we will be giving you a 15% discount for the winner for a Just Eat thing. So, and if you want to get ordering, you can do. I'm just going to have a piece of prawn toast because I'm starving. I'm sorry that it makes noise, but I've been live for ages and I'm hungry. Can't just park the bus. No, that was reminding me what I was going to say. We're 2-0 up. We've got to go and win this. We've got to go and score again. I'm not disappointed, but when we got the second goal from Marcial, we didn't really create any chances. Before that, we were creating loads, and I think that we need to get back to doing that. Otherwise, it's going to be 45 minutes of sitting back, and we don't want to do that. We've got to keep being energetic on the break like we were before the first 2 goals. A lot of people don't like prawn toast. I bloody love it. If Pep swaps Sterling and Silva, we're in deep water. We need pace on the left. Hopefully Pep doesn't realise that. Rest in peace, Shaw. Says Andre the not Giant. But in fairness to Luke Shaw, Rashford's not really tracking back, is he? And Dan James is not tracking back either. So the fullbacks are, doing what normally doesn't happen. They are being 1v1 quite a lot. But you know what? We are handing Liverpool the title today as well. But I'm not going to focus on that because I think Liverpool are going to win the title anyway, and that's just unfortunate. Liverpool will win the title. I can't. I've said that for a while now. So, chicken balls. On the VAR things, has anybody got any problems with the VAR? For me, VAR today has worked well. The referee deserves a sack because how he didn't see that was a penalty. I mean, imagine if this was last season, we wouldn't have got that penalty for Ashford. It was a stonewall penalty, that was. So, fair play to VAR. It was 100% a penalty. As for the handballs that Man City are looking at, they need to check the rules. There's no way that's a handball by Fred at the end. No way in a million years. And Luke Davies says he loves it when it's on our side. I don't think it was on anybody's side. I just think that's just correct. That's a correct decision. What score do I think it will be, says MA Games. I think that Manchester United are going to win. I don't know what the final score is going to be because it could be anything. But I think that right, nobody's got this question right. So what I'm going to do now is the answer is 222. If someone just wants to go on our most recent Twitter post and type 222 as a reply, you will get the 15% discount code for Just Eat. Just go and type 222. The first one I see, do it. You're going to get... And make sure Just Eat's available in your country. I know it's not just in the UK. It's available in others. And you're going to get a 15% discount on your Just Eat code. But, yeah, I think that United are going to win. I think United will win in the second half. All I would say is, and we've all said this, Manchester City were 2-0 up a couple of years ago against us at half-time at home, and we ended up losing. So we ended up beating them. So that is interesting. Well done to Charlie Bass 18. I'm just sending you your code now. Players are coming out on the pitch. Links in the video description to order your Just Eat Saturday night takeaway. You can't beat a Saturday night takeaway. I don't know what your favourite is, but for me, tonight, the Chinese is hitting the spot, just like Marcial and Rashford. Sweet and sour chicken balls, spring rolls, prawn toast, prawn crackers, what a platter. And I've got chow mein and rice as well. And we've hit 591,000 subscribers as well. It just keeps going on and on and on. It's brilliant. I feel like I'm dreaming. It must be Christmas. Please do subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. I can't wait for the fan cams tonight. I specifically can't wait, if we win this game, to see Saeed's fan cam. What was he saying a month ago? Ollie's crap. Rashford's crap. Can you imagine if we actually got a good number 10, says Tim's 35. I don't think we should run away with this result yet. Connor Ling, welcome, latest member of the club. And personally, I don't care about Liverpool in the league. Doing City over is glorious. Proves you can only buy form, not class. Blue moon sinking. Exactly. And actually, scrub what I just said. Let's get carried away with this result because it's absolutely fantastic. But I think we all know United are capable of getting results against the top six. Let's see this out now. Rash has schooled Walker, says Lars Erik Bropacken. And we have kicked off the second half, by the way. There's still 45 minutes to go. Even Boomer says, congratulations, Mark. Keep up the good work. I just think we've got to go. If we get the third goal, it could be anything. Saeed said everyone is crap, so do you, Mark, master of flip-flopping. No, I haven't said that, mate. So don't throw me into it. But also what I would say is, if you're going to be some sort of bitter idiot like that, you don't deserve to support this club anyway. Because if you're the sort of fan that when United do well, you go searching for other United fans to mock them and try and abuse them, then you're not really a United fan anyway, are you? I've had this chat with people already. You don't belong on this channel. You don't belong as part of this community if you are that sort of person. We support the same club. I said it in the first half. This is why people are Ollie out. This is why people are frustrated. Because they want to see this. This is what we want to see. This is what we want to see. Exciting football we can be proud of. Because that's what we should be getting. And we haven't been getting that. So people have been critical of the players and critical of the manager are absolutely spot on. If you're some sort of idiot who comes on and starts saying, oh, everyone who was saying Ollie out and the players are rubbish a month ago, you look an idiot now. Well, no, because they were right to say it then. We were losing to people like Bournemouth and West Ham and Newcastle. If the team are improving and they're getting where they need to be, then everyone's going to support them. But it doesn't mean that those people were wrong for having a go at them. And I certainly haven't got any time for people who themselves were moaning about it a month ago and are now pretending that, you know, their farts don't smell and that, you know, they've always backed Ollie and the team that have been rubbish for months. The reality is we're all United fans. We're doing really well. We should all enjoy this and embrace it. Do we get discount codes on Just Eat or not, says Andre. No, we've been giving them out. Links in the video description for you to order your Just Eat. They can't give a discount code to like over 20,000 people. They'll be bankrupt. Haaland to kick Liverpool out of Europe Wednesday, then sign for United in January. Make it happen, says Mr. Clin99. And Simon Cliff says you'll have 600k subs by Christmas. Are you on the gin tonight? I am. Plymouth gin is top notch. What's your favourite gin? I actually got a gin advent calendar for Christmas for the Christmas Advent period, and I've been trying all sorts of gin. I had a lovely tonic last night, which was an aromatic gin tonic, which was like pink. It was lovely. City to score, but United scoring to win 3-1 or 4-2. This is Timmy Onigamu. Who is Saeed, says Kel. Watch the fan cams tonight. It's going to be fun. Sorry, I'm going to finish this platter while we're watching. So City are on the attack at the moment. We've had 3 minutes, but there's no difference to the pattern of the first half. I don't know what it is. I just don't feel threatened by City. I know they've got a lot of quality around the box, but they're not creating really good scoring chances, are they? Ben Mann says, how many empty seats can you count? Exactly. Well, we've had 5 minutes of the half already, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing. We're going to win. I'm totally confident we're going to win tonight. And to be honest with you, I predicted we wouldn't lose. I predicted a draw. I'd hate a draw now, but if you'd offered me a draw before the game, I would have said that's progress. We ain't losing this game, so happy days. Enjoy it, people, because we've had a lot of bad things this season, and we deserve some good stuff. Tomley's just won a free kick there, I think. He's smiling at the crowd, which is good. It's got to slow it down, haven't you? Slow it down. Take this buzz out of the game. I'm not texting anyone, Tommy. I was just checking Twitter because it's easier to check on my phone than it is to be leaning forward like that. Free kick from Fred here to whiz it in. I tell you what, get the third goal. We're on an easy street. Joshua Wrigley is enjoying this so much. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Joshua. I hope everybody's enjoying it because this result, look, it doesn't excuse the season we've had. We've had a very, very bad start to this season, but it goes some way to making us feel better, doesn't it? And we bloody well, as a fan base, we deserve this result. We absolutely do. It's been horrible. But we're well. I mean, we've got a cushion as well, haven't we? We have got a cushion. Wan-Bissaka, superb. Best game of the season, says Ryan Simmock. I mean, we can be greedy. Just eat. We can have some food, and we are. In relation to Manchester City, we're eating, we're feasting at the empty had tonight. But can I just say, as a way of playing football, what about the way that we're playing football are you proud about? Because if I'm absolutely cynical, we're still parking the bus and hitting them on the brake. I mean, that's what we're doing. That's why I fancied us to win today. There's nothing about this performance that makes me think, oh, we're going to win the title next year. You can't win the title doing this 38 times a season. You know, you've got to start playing expansive football at some point. So I think doing this against the better teams works for us at the moment. But we're going to have to be, you know, the only way we're picking up points at the moment is by, you know, playing this counter-attacking football. And we're going to have to do better than that. And like Fernandinho's just given the ball away here. And because he's given the ball away, we're in a 3v3 position. But Kyle Walker's quicker than Rashford there. Aaron Carberry says, Mark, shut up. No, I'm not. Aaron, I think you've just exposed yourself as a little immature virgin there, haven't you? Because that's not what I'm not being critical. I'm absolutely loving this. But because we're so comfortable, I can look at it and go, people are saying, oh, what, this is amazing, it's the best game we've ever played. But are you enjoying Manchester United on the ball? Because we're not on the ball. We've hardly been on the ball at all. I've enjoyed it when we've scored goals. It's exactly the game I said it was going to be. We're going to have to be patient. We're going to have probably 20-30% possession. City are going to dominate the ball, but we're just going to have to be clinical when we get it, which we have done, and we've scored a couple of good goals. I thought the penalty with creation was brilliant from Rashford. But, you know, it's not football, is it, from Manchester United? We're not being entertained by great football. Our tactic is working against the side that wants to play football, and I'm very happy about that, because, you know, the alternative is you get beat 4 or 5-0. If we tried to play them at their game, we'd get beat 4 or 5-0. So we're playing to our strength, which is sit back and hit them on the break. And I haven't got a problem with that, because we're nowhere near ready enough to do that. I mean, he's just booked De Gea there for time wasting, which I just think is a bit weird. We're only in the 53rd minute. We're a United family, don't fight between us, says Ho and Mukherjee. Maybe some of you really enjoy watching this brand of football. I'm really enjoying us beating City. Pupster says, I hope Ollie's stupid substitutions don't cost us the win. I hope we don't make any substitutions, to be honest. I don't want us to make any. Good running here by McTominay. That's not a dive. That was a foul. That was a foul on McTominay. I do worry about this ref, that he might think that City should have had a penalty, which they shouldn't. Wan-Bissaka's getting the better of Sterling now, by the way. We've had a super chat coming in from John Prushathon. Just hold on a minute. Sterling. Oh, what a tackle that was by Wan-Bissaka. We just need 3 players. 1 holding midfielder, 1 attacking right winger and poaching. And what a block that is by Lindelof, who celebrates his tackle like he scored a goal, which is a block on De Bruyne. And why shouldn't he celebrate it? Fred caught in possession, feeds it into De Bruyne, and it's a good shot, blocked by Lindelof. We need a winger, a poaching striker, and a midfielder, says Jean Parashatham. Fantastic by Lindelof there. Well, I'm going to give you an early spoiler alert here. We're either going to win this game, or they're going to get back in and get a draw. And you're all going to be saying at full time we shouldn't have sat back and parked the bus. It's going to either be Sheffield United all over again, where we're winning a game and we don't win it, or he's going to be right to sit back and park the bus. I don't know what the answer's going to be, but that's football, isn't it? It's fickle. United are defending well in the final phase, though. We're getting carved open a little bit, but the final ball we're defending well is a lovely little ball threaded here. It takes out 3 United players. And to be honest, Fred, on the last 2 chances that City have had, has been a little bit off. But here we go. United on the break. It's Dan James. He's gone to Lingard, who hasn't got pace. And Kyle Walker's going to get booked there, surely. Lingard's hurt. Tell you what, people, just while they're going through that, because it irritates people when I eat, I'm just going to mute myself a minute. Quickest spring bowl eaten you'll ever see, and I'm not irritating you with the sound effects, so I've got a couple more to do. I'll do that again in a minute, but I can get one eaten in 5 seconds. I got my spring rolls. Remember, get your takeaway in for tonight. You can get it for after the game. Just Eat. Link in the video description. Cross comes in. United are on the attack with Dan James. We need another goal. I'm not going to say anything because there's plenty of time left in this game, but Look Nut says that food looks good. You can't beat a Saturday night cheese. You know when you're in the mood for a Chinese, you can't beat a Saturday night Chinese. It's absolutely lovely. It's the same when you're in the mood for an Indian as well, but I'm in the mood for that. Monsieur Jock says, look at Aaron Wan-Bissaka, what a game. Yeah, well, Sterling skinned him very early on, didn't he? And then I think he's just got back into the... He's grown into the game. Hishrani Kalkar is our new member. Welcome to the club, pal. And Anthony Joshua versus who will win? Says Toby. I don't. I'm not watching it. I'm going to watch a Christmas film tonight. Alex Whelan makes a good point. Why aren't we getting the ball to Harry Maguire when we've got crossing opportunities? John Stones is down injured here for Man City, so it's another player injured, which is great for Manchester City. Isn't it? I don't mean it's great that he's injured, but he's up on his feet now. He's coming off. I'm just going to gobble this last sprint. It irritates some people when I'm eating, so I'm just being polite mannered and I'm muting it. So there we go. Mark, are we nailing the final nail to the coffin in Liverpool and the title? Says Hiresharin Kalka. We are. We are. There's just, to be fair, this season, Liverpool are going to win the title, and I've known it for a long time, because there's just nobody else good enough to go near them. Like, City have dropped off massively, but it's embarrassing when a league title has been won by Christmas, and it has. I think United basically did it a couple of times under Sir Alex, but they're just head and shoulders the best club in the world at the moment. Oh, what a mistake by Lindelof. Sterling. And that is Aaron Wan-Bissaka there. Absolutely unbelievable defending there on against Sterling after the mistake by Lindelof. It's just absolutely superb defending. Maguire gets it away. Any other defender in that situation, Lindelof lets him through Sterling, and Sterling's just waiting to get a shot off, and Wan-Bissaka just will not let him get the shot off. He just sticks by him the whole time, muscles him off the ball, gets in on him. Bit from Luke Shaw, and tell you what, Luke Shaw makes a big part of that as well. Well up by Lindelof. It's a bit bobbly. I do wonder if City can get one back. It could be really tense. United, at the moment, we need an out ball. They're not really getting the big chance, but we do need a bit of an out ball because we are getting penned in a bit. And I don't really remember I don't remember United having a shot this half. We've got to start. That would be the big mistake in this game if we don't implement a little bit of a plan in relation to just being a threat on the break, especially now Stones has gone off and Otamendi's on. I mean, he ain't got no pace. He's slower than Matic. Half an hour to go. I mean, this is United's game. I don't see how City get back into it, but I really would like to see United. I mean, he's warming up Twan Sebe here, so he might be going a little bit more defensive. Are you nervous, everybody? I'm actually not. I've not been impressed by City. I think possession-wise I have. Then it's brilliant by Dan James there. He's won it off their left-back. Lingard's in all sorts of space. Oh, tell you what. It nearly found its way through to him or Marcial. Oh, could have been the icing on the cake. If United get the next goal, it's over. Some might feel it's over already. I sort of do. But if we get the third, it's over. Wan-Bissaka clears it. Tense. Absolutely tense. Bernardo Silva. Oh, good. Wan-Bissaka again getting on across from Kyle Walker. Good tackle by McTominay. Now Marcial into James. That's it. When we get the break, use the ball. Oh, Dan James has lost it. It's a good play by De Bruyne. Rodri. Oh, what a save by De Gea. Brilliant. World class by De Gea. United will always be good playing versus attacking sides, but 80% of the games come against teams sitting deep, and United look clueless against them. Says Hrishkesh Kalkar. I'm just looking at this save again from De Gea. It's not world class. It's a nice little tip over the bar, but it's well timed. It's well timed, and it's come at the right time for United as well. Mahrez is coming on for Manchester City. Corner comes in. Lindelof will clear it. Happy days. And Otamendi's getting a bit of pressure there from Young. Sorry, not Young. Lingard. I'm getting a little bit nervous now because I just think you get to that point where if City were to get the goal, they're going to have 20 minutes to lay siege to our goal. And I don't feel... Oh, Mahrez on the back post. It's a goal kick. Don't worry about that. Luke Shaw's now got to deal with a different problem. Yeah, well, as I was saying, I get a little bit worried now with the time that's left in the game that if they were to get one goal. I don't think they deserve a point. But if they get one goal, being the home team, last 20 minutes, they just lay siege to our goal. It just we need the win, says Ulruli Prezi. I mean, looking at the league table as well, if United were to win this game, we go to 5th. We're above Spurs, and we're 5 points off Chelsea, and we've got 2 winnable games to come. And next weekend. He says, if we win this game, we've got Everton next week, which is winnable. And Spurs are away to Wolves, so they could drop points. But here's United. Lindelof, get a shot off. Oh, not a very good shot. It's on his left-hand side again. He's got us a corner, though. He's got us a corner. It's a straightforward save for Ederson, that. Lingard. He could have had a couple of goals tonight, but he's not really left-footed, is he? So, corner to Manchester United here. I wish it was 8-0. Can we get a header on Harry Maguire and can get the best night we've had? There's stuff being thrown here by City fans. I'm surprised there's a City fans to throw anything. Well, Fred's been hit by something now. This is just bloody ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. City fans are trying to get them to stop throwing stuff, but it's a joke. They're getting all angry. It's sad to see this. Get the police in and ban them. You'll have footage. This is the problem. The fans are so close to the players. But it's Fred on the corner. Imagine if we score this. Lindelof was coming in on it. It's been cleared, but it's only as cleared as far as Dan James on the right-hand side. You don't really get that at United, do you? And I'm not saying our fans are perfect, but you don't really get United fans chucking stuff at players. We've got 20 minutes left. And I daren't say it, but United are looking good. We're looking good. And as a very good point here from Deadpan Man, he says you can buy a lot of things with oil. Respectable fans ain't one of them. Exactly. Well, they need more fans, don't they? They have all this success. They win 2 Premier League titles in a row, and they don't have it. They just don't have fans. They can't get the fan base that United and even Arsenal have got, or Liverpool. They just can't get it. Lindelof again. I mean, I don't know why Lindelof. I don't know why people have a problem with Lindelof. I think he's been excellent these last 2 games, and excellent again there. And I've been proven right about Gabriel Jesus as well. He just reminds me of Callum Wilson, Brazilian Callum Wilson. He's okay, but I don't think he's anything special. Dark Alkick says we need 1 more goal. At the moment, I'd love that 3rd goal because the game would be done and dusted. But have City had a clear chance at goal? No, they haven't. Loads of the ball. Does anyone know the possession stats? Decent cross. Good header by Lindelof again. Sterling on the back post. Good header by McTominay. We're defending as well as we're attacking today. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're new, bottom right hand corner. And get involved with the channel. We've got fan cams coming in. We've got Ricky. We've got Adam. We've got Flex. And we've got Saeed. God, I can't wait for his. The biggest flip-flopper on the United stand. We all love him though, really. But yeah, do subscribe, bottom right hand corner. We're live every night at 8 o'clock. We've got fan cams, transfer news, previews. Massive game for United on Thursday, by the way, you know. I think a lot of people assumed that we're going to finish top of the group in the Europa League. But if AZ Alkmaar beat us, they finish above us. So, and we need to finish top of the Europa League group because you get an easier tie in the knockout stage. Mendy's just put it wide there from that. Remember as well, great big shout out to he has headed it wide. It's not even a goal kick. Big shout out to Just Eat Today for sponsoring the United stand. Really good sponsor for us. And please do, if you're getting a takeaway tonight, use the link in the video description. Get yourself your takeaway, your Chinese, your Indian, your Thai, your pizza, whatever it is. The link's in the video description for that. We've given away a few discount codes today, and it'd be nice to do it again. So Saturday night takeaway, get on it, and you can enjoy it tonight because it looks like United are going to get a result. But here's David Silva in the box, cut back. Luke Shaw's there. I don't say they're out of ideas yet because there's still 20 minutes to go. Gary O'Brien's absolutely fuming with the City fans. It's called Bad Losers. Now, this is a sub that bothers me. Anthony Marcial for Pereira. For Pereira, yeah. Having said that, Marcial was never going to last 90 minutes, was he? But I would have rather seen Greenwood come on. It's a little bit too defensive for me. I think it makes us a little bit, you know, we're just going to defend now. That's just what it feels like. But maybe I'm wrong. Pereira. Oh, nearly. But Lindelof should keep that in. Luke Shaw. I genuinely think if we'd just attacked a little bit more, we could have got a goal. A third goal. It's getting a bit tasty here. Pereira's only been on a minute and he's got himself booked. A little bit petulant, that is, Ander. You've only just come on and you should just not be picking up yellow cards. And it was a blatant, silly yellow card. But they were on the attack, so we'll take that. Take one. It was a take one for the team. I'm from Australia, very happy. I woke up at 4:30 for this. Is Tyler Reid. Good stuff. It shows you never needed Pogba. I was right. He was an awful boy. No heart, etc. Says Massey. Well, imagine having Paul Pogba to add into this. That's what I would say. It just makes us even stronger, doesn't it? Poor old Arsenal fans. They just can't catch a break, can they? Lose to Brighton at home. Spurs go and win 5-0. United are winning. It's great. It's great. "15 minutes to go." Oh yes, terrible shot. Is that a corner? No, it's a goal kick. We're now 5th, says Aris. This is a corner. What we've got to do is go and win against Everton and Watford. Another corner. Somebody said if you're a man, you should have got Chinese ribs. I do like ribs, but there's only so much you can get. Yes, cleared for a throw-in. Yeah, I'll tell you what, United have defended well today as well. I know we goals win games, but defensively, City haven't really had a really good chance tonight. And when they have, we've got bodies in the way. I think we've defended really well. People are changing their mind for man of the match. A few people are saying Wan-Bissaka. I think he's been excellent this half. I mean, from the attack, we haven't really done much at going forward this half at all. It's been a lot of it's been about sitting back, soaking up the pressure. I mean, you look at United on the ball there, you've basically got every player behind the ball. And that's what we've done all half. Mark, we at the Emirates think it's the end of days, says Amy. Well, you might be getting Pochettino. We're not going to be changing our manager, so you might be getting Pochettino. I'm just getting a little bit nervous at the moment because if City got a goal now, well, we're not good. It's a goal kick. Baron Death says Aaron Wan-Bissaka definitely this half. Well, we did the Just Eat half-time man of the match on the United stand, and it went to Fred. if we were doing it based on this half as a Just Eat second half man of the match, I think it would be Wan-Bissaka. But we're not doing that. We're going to do man of the match for Just Eat man of the match for the whole lot. Thanks for beating Rogers and Baldiola for us, lad, says Sonny S. And Mark, slow offensively this half, but I must say that Aaron Wan-Bissaka lacks going forward. He makes up in defence. Huge potential in this lad to become one of the best defensive right-backs in Europe, says Carl Hagan. I was saying this before. I think that Wan-Bissaka going forward isn't that great, but he is defensively superb. And let's not forget, Sterling did skin him in them first 5 minutes. But has he done it again? Not really. And any fullback... he's a brilliant defensive fullback. He needs to do more going forward, definitely. But he is a brilliant defensive fullback. And Kyle Walker has just gone in on McTominay there and got a yellow card. Oh no, it was De Bruyne on Scott McTominay. Kyle Walker sold Fred. I think we're going to get there, lads and ladies. I think we're going to get there. I think we. I'm not going to tempt fate because there is still 10 minutes to go. But I can't think of a clear-cut chance Setia have created. They've had shots. They've definitely had shots, but they haven't had a clear-cut chance where you think they should have scored that. And I think that's very much down to Manchester United's defence as well. That has been very, very good today. And it would be an injustice. It would be an injustice if City got anything out of this game now. McTominay's down again. I think United are just playing the game now. Picking up the fouls. Still 10 minutes to go. It's been a long half, hasn't it, though? And I've not really felt nervous, but I do keep looking at the game and going, I know it's only 45 minutes, but I just feel like it's been a long half. Oh, God. That was close. I'll tell you what I would say, though. I do think, and I know people won't agree with me on this, but I do think that Pep Guardiola should be sacked. Like, the amount of points he's dropped this season, I know they've got a load more points than us, but have they got a load more points than us? Let's have a look. We would be... Well, yeah, they've got 8 more points than us, to be fair. That's quite a lot. Retract. John Preston says, Noel Gallagher sitting in the crowd hoping Manchester is plastic blue. Sod off, lad. And Wan-Bissaka literally like 3 defenders, says SK. Yeah, we've been brilliant. We've been brilliant defensively today. We can't argue with that. We're on the attack here. I'd love us to get a 3rd goal because we've not really done much going forward this half. It's 8 minutes to go. I said at half time there's no way this game's going to finish 2-0, and actually it looks like I'm going to get that wrong as well. I didn't think it would, but I mean, look, there's something, we know there's something missing with United. It is consistency, and we know that we do need to add some quality to the team. It's just not got the depth that it needs to have. But looking at City, and I've seen them play probably 3 or 4 times this season, and they do look like they've got something missing, but I've seen them playing with Aguero as well. And I don't think it's Aguero. They just don't look... they just don't look right to me. But good. I'm happy. We're happy about that. They've just not been able to have an answer. Should Ollie be after this backed in January, says Sandro Rodriguez. Well, Ollie was going to be backed after the Spurs result anyway. It wouldn't have mattered if we'd lost 6-0 today, he was going to say. Where's the sub? Dan James is spent, says Jonathan Matthews. Well, this is a good point. We don't actually have anything on the bench, do we? Really. He could have brought Mason Greenwood on, though. Well, I'll tell you what, it's lovely stuff. It's absolutely lovely stuff. And it's the second game I've watched today where this has happened, where a team's had load of the ball but hasn't deserved to win because the other team has defended well and hit them on the break. It's just been Everton versus Chelsea Mark II. It's just been that sort of game. Oh, they got to go back. Oh, shit. Otamendi. And this is what we didn't want to happen. United have conceded a goal. That's a foul. That looks like it's a foul on Wan-Bissaka. It won't be given. I mean, Harry Maguire should be marking Otamendi there. He's not marking anybody. Why are we zonal marking? Why are we zonal marking? That's a joke. He should be being marked by Harry Maguire. He's their best player in the air, and we zonal mark. Oh, idiots. I hate zonal marking. Well, now it is squeaky bum time. Oh. United need to switch on here and fast, because City are now all over us. Don't give it up. What a save by De Gea! Bloody hell! This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. If United gift this up, it's ridiculous. And how was that not a foul on Daniel James there? Referee's having a laugh now. What a save by De Gea. Why is the score not changed? Sorry, everybody. Right, we've changed the score now. I didn't realise United did zonal marking. That's ridiculous. Good interception by Wan-Bissaka. They still should be all right. We should be all right. But this was a cracking save by De Gea from Mahrez. Nice little strong hand to flick it up and away. And United retain the lead in the game. And now Luke Shaw's gone down with a bit of cramp, and that's probably good timing. He's going to bring Twansibi and Young on now. There can't be long left. There can't be long left. Well, there's 3 minutes of normal time. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're new, bottom right hand corner. And if you are, it's Saturday night, takeaway, get your takeaway, just eat. The link in the video description, order your takeaway in for your Saturday night. Hopefully, you'll be celebrating a result for United. Luke Shaw's coming off. He's done his bit. I think he's done all right. We'll be doing player ratings in the match reaction, of course. That's straight after this show. The link's in the video description for that as well. But subscribe if you are new. Bottom right-hand corner, we've got the fan cams coming in as well. And Twan Sabi's going to come on as well for Manchester United. Bottom right-hand corner to subscribe if you are new to the United Stand. I can't understand how people would still be new to the United Stand, but there seems to always be people that are new. Fantastic community that we've got. Live shows every night at 8 o'clock. Fan cams, match reactions, previews, transfer news, the lot. We're covered. Real fan opinion for real fans. Harry Maguire cost how much? Really, because he's British, says Alligator. Dame Miasti, Mark, just as Rocky came back from being beaten by even Drago, Arsenal will come back. I'm not really interested in Arsenal. And Mark, is this 5 back? I'd rather anything, says Charles Crane. I think the 5 at the back can work quite well for 5 minutes, hopefully. But I think this half has been a little bit too defensive. No Marcial, no hold-up play. Bad decision, to be fair, says the Red Devil. Yeah, but he had to take Marcial off, in fairness, because Marcial's only just come back from injury. But we haven't held the ball up at all this half. We have invited pressure. And I don't know why we're zonal marking on corners, but ultimately it might not matter. It might not matter. We might be all right. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. City on the attack. How many minutes have been added on? Has it been said yet? Goal kick. We'll have some of that. This is going to be nerve-wracking. Hope Shaw isn't out injured for 35 years again, says Finn Verrar. Scott Cook says, ooh, Cantona. So stressed, says Hayden. I'm not going to say anything because people will just say I'm jinxing it. But there's 5 minutes added on. I'm not going to say a thing. I'm not going to say a thing about how I think this game's going to go. Oh, God. Cross across the box there. United get rid of it. Is there a chance for United on the break here? Don't go for the corner yet, Dan, because there's still time to go. Slip him in. Lovely run by Dan James here. Pereira deflects for a corner. That'll do. That will absolutely do, because it's going to eat up at least another minute, and there's only 4 left. Trying to keep it in the corner here, United. And why not? This is going to be nerve-wracking. Yeah, we've run that one. I found funny last year the PSG results would decide Ollie's future. This year we were told if he lost both Spurs and City he was done. He has won all 2, says Tyler Reid. And hello from Australia. Keep up the great content, says Scott Cook. Thank you to Scott. Not long left in this game now. Thank you very much to Just Eat for sponsoring it. Remember, you can get your takeaway, your Saturday night takeaway through Just Eat. The link is in the video description. Support the channel and get yourself some grub tonight. But full time is approaching. Who's been your Just Eat man of the match for this stream? Who is your Manchester United man of the match tonight? Get in the live comments and let us know. Cross coming in. United get it clear. Only a couple of minutes to go. Hoofed clear by United. I think we're going to be all right. Famous fast last words, but I think we're going to be all right because I think United have got so many defenders back now. City like to carve their way through. They really haven't got an option to just knock it in long. And even if they do, we've got Harry Maguire. This could be the most ecstatic week we've had in a long time with this depth in play. I can't believe we're actually going to pull 6 against two top ones, says Amos Adamson. Wan-Bissaka, a lot of people are saying, is their man of the match. So I think he is going to be your Just Eat man of the match for this stream. Cross comes in. No, it doesn't. United are up. McTominay gets up. They've still got it, City. But can they work an opportunity? They've gone wide. Young. Oh, that's going to be a second yellow, surely. For Kyle Walker. No, he's not been booked. Well, that should be it. There's only about 90 seconds left. Ashley Young's took the foul. Kyle Walker's been booked. I thought he'd already been booked, to be fair. He hasn't. Oh, nice drink of water. Match reaction's going to be great. Match reaction's going to be great because we're going to be talking about Ollie. We're going to be talking about United. We're going to be talking about his future. A lot of you have been Ollie out. I've said myself, I don't really think he's the right man for Manchester United, but I hope he is. And this is going to do him the world of good. Everyone's going to be Ollie in again. So we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about the player ratings. The link's in the video description for the match reaction, which we'll be doing straight after this. There's only a minute left. I can't see how City do it. Sir Alex Ferguson there with a smile on his face. Absolutely loving it. And I don't think United... Well, we'll be talking about the match in the match reaction, but... Kyle Walker going forward. Twansebi. And they've got a corner. 30 seconds. They scored from a corner before. None of this zonal marking crap. I don't know what that was all about on the first goal. Don't be zonal marking. Cross is going to come in here from De Bruyne. He likes to whip a cross in. Dan James. How was that not a foul? Cleared by Fred. That's it, ref. Blow. Rashford. What a tackle by Fernandinho. Boom! Manchester United win 2-1. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer beats Pep Guardiola, who, I don't know why he's still in a job, but Manchester United win it. It's 2-1 to Manchester United. That will ding dan do. Wan-Bissaka is in beast mode, said Scott Cook. You voted Wan-Bissaka as your man of the match for the Just Eat Manchester United man of the match on the United stand watch along was Wan-Bissaka. Manchester United have beaten Spurs. Manchester United have beaten Manchester City. Who would have predicted that at the start of the week? There was definitely noise that United were moving for Poch on Monday if Ollie lost these two games, and he's gone and won them. He's gone and found some consistency from somewhere that we just didn't have. An absolutely fantastic result for Manchester United. It is 2-1 Manchester United. We will be talking about Ollie's future at United. Where are all the Ollie outers? Does it change your mind? We'll be talking about the players. We'll be talking about what this means for Manchester United for the rest of the season. The link is in the video description. Join me on that for your match reaction. It's going to be a cracking one. Player ratings. Where does this mean for United and Ollie? Is it a blip? Can we build on this? Thanks for watching the watch along. Thanks to Just Eat. If you want to get your takeaway, use the link in the video description. I'll see you on the match reaction in about 60 seconds times. United sink City. Yabba dabba doo. See you in a minute.